Hello everyone and welcome to Tabletop Anthologies. We are playing Mork Borg, a game that we are pretty familiar with at this point. We played many games of Mork Borg now, had multiple people running it here on TTA, so I'm excited to get back to it. We've got a few of the our familiar faces from TTA here with us today. We've got Sherrod playing Vaughn, and we'll come back and go through in a minute what your actual character is. Hades is going to be playing Seldam. Was it Seldam or Seldam?
One seldom knows.
Then Turg is going to be playing Rosenstern. Preacher playing Jotna. And Tabletop Tony, when he shows up, if he shows up, will be playing Lumni. So I'm going to jump into this scenario right away. We all know what Mork Borg is, like I said. No need to explain any of the rules or anything. There's plenty of other videos out there for that. We are playing a scenario called Flails Akimbo, which was in Dissident Whispers, which was an anthology of a bunch of different adventures for Mork Borg, and what else is there? Mothership, bunch of really cool stuff, but that's a really good one if you have a chance to get it. So, we are here in the city of Schleswig, in the western wastes here in the wasteland. You find yourself in a dark space here. Can you find your tokens?
Yep.
That is all I can see.
Good. That is, in fact, all you can see. Is this dark cell in front of you. You wake with a stinging headache. Let me adjust that volume just a little bit here. You awake with a stinging headache. No memory of how you got here. And a pair of weapons are nailed to your hands. All of your belongings are gone, except for the armor that you were wearing. So I'm going to go around the room now, and you can each introduce your character, what they wake up to see nailed to their hands, and you can, if you want to, list your class, anything like that. We're playing some interesting classes and characters today. So we'll start with Vaughn over there, bottom left.
As Vaughn wakes up, just going to scratch his head, fucking nicks himself with the blade of the two axes just strapped to his hands. It's not the first time he's woken up somewhere that he doesn't remember getting to, but it's just a lowly gutter-born scum. It's all he's ever known. He's escaped the only place that's ever taken him in, which was an orphanage. Wasn't very great there anyways. Usual ritual beatings and all of that, but he's gonna have to fight his way out of this one.
All right. So then we'll go to Seldam next, being played by Hades.
One seldom knows how they wake up in these situations. He looks around and sees he has short swords nailed to his hands. Is what it is. But he's sure he'll come out of it on top. He always does. But one thing that annoys him in this situation, it'll be hard to chew on his fingernails with these swords nailed to his hands. And he attempts to.
Okay, so next we've got Turg playing Rosenstern.
So you see this big looming klutz of a man with mangled meaty fingertips awaken from his little corner of his cell. He shakes his head. Oh, Lummy, I don't feel good at all. And he looks down at his hands to see, was I supposed to pick something or I don't know what I have, to be honest.
for your character, you don't have anything nailed to your hands. There
Oh,
are
it's
marks
just
on
the-
your
okay.
hands. Yeah, so you can describe that what you actually see because of the way your class works. I don't know if you read in your background and how that works.
Yeah.
So
I did. I just
there's
didn't know
definitely
if like the
partial
class was
puncture
separated
wounds.
from the.
No,
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So his Rosenstern's class is the slapping bastard. He's had a lifetime of hardship with mangled, rough hands, calloused mitts, twisted and numb to everything but the bitter cold. But I've lived this long due to tenacity and luck. Through lumbering and unable to make a closed fist or grip anything smaller than a stout branch, I slap like a burlap sack full of rocks. I'm a gaunt and pale cheetah. I'm starved, lonely.
The amazing Turg. Everyone. Love the accents.
Fucking
next we got-
masterclass.
Preacher playing Jotuna.
Yeah, you see this little fuck-off bastard named Jotna just laying around. He wakes up and he's just covered in slime, and he says, the only other time that I've covered in slime like this is when I fell plumb out me mom's vagina as I was hanging off that fucking tree she was hung off in Goldback. So I look up, and as soon as I see me fucking hands, I decide, this one's got a crossbow in it. This one's got a spear in it, and he reaches over and he bites into his own forearm and rips half of the flesh off of his forearm to reveal another crossbow with that spear hand. So he has two like auto crossbows and a spear in his hands. And he says, all right, what's this and where's me fucking dog?
Sound like Butcher.
I like it.
All right, and then we've got Tabletop Tony. No, just kidding. Not yet.
Playing in the darkness.
All right, so as I said, you all wake with a stinging headache in a cell. Dried blood crusted on the floor, footprints stepping through it. There's some light flickerings of torches that you can see from underneath the doors of the cells in front of you. But you should be free to, the game is not paused, you should be free to walk around. You would all see each other walking out of these cells. Maybe you know each other, maybe you don't. It's up to you guys to decide, but you all recognize that you are in a similar situation here.
Alright,
Don't
which
touch
one of you
me!
grimy bastards is the one put me in this fucking cell?
I didn't do nothing. I can't even remember where I've been.
Well, of course you
Don't
can't do
touch
nothing.
me.
You don't have fucking hands.
It's gotta be him. He's the only one that isn't fucking nailed to something.
Look at my fingers. I haven't been able to move them in months.
There is a
You got
lot
the
of
bumps?
commotion. There's a lot of commotion and noise coming from the door to the south.
What's that? I don't like that at all.
And I immediately would like send my dog to go like sniff that door. Go see what's going on while I figure out what fucking no-wrist is doing right now.
Your
First
dog
off, if-
begins.
If you're gonna be walking around, you gotta at least have a weapon, and I'm gonna pull my spear off of me, and I'm gonna attempt to take one of my arrows and stab it into his wrists.
Stab it into his wrist. Whose wrist?
Into Rosenstern's. That way he has a weapon of some sort.
Rosenstern, do you resist this? This early and you're already trying. Do you resist
I didn't say I
Rosenstern?
want to kill him. I want to give him a weapon.
Yeah, I understand.
I said don't touch me.
Oh,
I'll give you a good one.
and
You wanna-
I don't want
you
to
still
like reach in
attempted
and grab
to-
him. Well, I want to grab him and like in an attempt to like just kind of like calm him down and see if he'll even let me.
Rosenstern, how do you react?
What good is it gonna do? I can't feel this. I can't feel it. And I just start smashing like pieces of brick with my numb hand, and you start seeing like break apart and crack. I'm like, that silly thing, it could do just as much as this. Whack, punch the wall. It's nothing.
So Jotna, just then your dog starts, his haunches go up and he's growling, snarling, dripping from his maw. And the door to the south, there's a heavy bolt click of the door unlocking and slowly swinging open. And you can see on the other side a large pit in the ground. Do you all step out? You can see that there's some people out there.
Sick your dog on him. I ain't going out there.
As Vaughn walks through the door, just, who the fuck put these axes on my hands?
So as you walk out the door, you see that in the corners of the room, there's a lot of like brass tubing that runs around the ceiling and that terminates into large megaphones on the corners of the wall. And suddenly they start rattling with noise. And a voice comes through there, very loud. It says, "Welcome, honored guests. Drink and rest, watch and jest. We'll shake you to the core with blood and gore in today's game of Death Galore." And you can see that in this room, there's smeared blood all over the place. There's a giant pit in the middle of the floor. And there are two people here standing by the pit. One wielding dual short swords, one wielding dual axes. They've got armor on and they look just blood crazed and ready to fight. The people on the edge of the room, they look like they're in your situation. They don't know what's going on. They're kind of just scared and trying to survive with these weapons nailed to their hands. So we are getting into initiative already.
Well, mate, of all the times I've been a cuck, it's never like this. Fuck 'em. Let's go.
Are any of the enemies undead?
They don't appear to be, no.
They're about to be.
Because I get initiative on undead.
Oh, no, then they are not.
You said, oh, if they were, they're not now.
You
Alright,
don't
just adding
feel
everyone
like
to
you're
the
just
combat
automatically
tracker.
going first. We all need to roll that?
Nope.
Oh,
Player
we don't need
characters
to roll
begin.
initiative?
No, in Mork Borg, so if we continue playing this as a longer term campaign or something, other scenarios, we might do individual initiatives sometimes, but in most cases in Mork Borg, I like doing just the D6 for enemies go first or players go first.
Okay.
So, which one of you want to go first?
Well, I want to first tackle my arch nemesis, which is the paused game. And then after that, I want to kind of push forward and I want to see if I can shoot one of them, like the first enemy I see with the crossbow, just as soon as I clear the doorway.
Sure. Yeah, I hadn't paused it. Should be able to move. If you can find
See.
the token.
Yeah, I have my dog right now, but I don't know where the other token is. Did he
Perfectly
disappear?
cover each other.
Like I have, like, oh, there we are.
There you go.
Hey, look, it's me. So I come out and I immediately want to attack one with the crossbows.
Okay, which one? So what you see are those two around the pit here. They are each wielding dual weapons. They look just absolutely crazed and ready to fight. But their weapons are not actually nailed to their hands. The people around the edge here, and there's one close to you, they do have weapons nailed to their hands, and they look like they're cowering, but ready to defend.
So I guess coming out, first one, whichever one that strikes my eye first, so it probably would have been this guy. Big guy here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your presence test in the case of, well, actually just click on the crossbow and see if it rolls it for you. I don't know if it will.
All right, well, let's check it. Auto crossbows. Attack, roll.
Cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right. So that guy is hit. That arrow. Go ahead and tell me what happens. He's still alive, but it inflicts a pretty major wound on him.
So as soon as I come out, the first one I see is him, and I just kind of like, almost like, what was that fighter in, was it Soul Calibur? The one that has like the swords on his hands that always does like the flaily shit?
Soul Calibur. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
But,
So
Starts with a V.
Yeah.
Aldo.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's it. So you see me almost like slink past Vaughn in that kind of like Valdo mess, and just as soon as I clear, I'm like, oh, that one, and I shoot, and it catches him like right in the neck. Like you can actually see this like arrow sticking out of his neck, and blood starts squirting out.
Nice. Perfect timing with that death metal.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, so who's up next?
I'm just gonna grab the bear trap that's stuck to my hip, and I'm gonna throw it right in front of the.
I have to stop you there. I'm sorry. I'd mentioned earlier that any of the items that you have in your inventory, those aren't there anymore.
Oh, okay, no problem then.
Except for the.
I'm just.
Yeah. You've still got all your special class attacks and stuff though.
Right. So then I'm just gonna run on in. And give this boy on the left here a slap.
All right. Should be able to go to the violence tab and hit that slap attack.
Don't forget to hit that slap and subscribe.
Give him some old nubbin loving.
And the description on that says
ring his bell.
toughness check DR10 on hit or broken jaw. Critical failure means a broken neck. So you hit. You are inflicting 1 damage, and then he's going to have to do a DR10 test here. So he failed. He has a broken jaw. So tell me what happens when you run around there and slap him.
I run through the doorway. I see him on my right-hand side. I just go, ah! I scream like a little girl and hit him right in the kisser. And his jaw just unhinges. It wasn't my fault.
And he gets knocked back against the wall, staggered, but still up. All right, who's next? We've got Vaughn and Theldam left. Also, your 2 dogs can move independently.
I'll go. So I'll come out and attack the guy that got shot with the arrow.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
And it's just, it says short swords, so it's just the one attack, right? Okay.
So it is, but there is a special attack, just remembered. Okay, so you missed that. But there's a special attack for this Flails Akimbo scenario. Because you have those weapons on each hand, there are a couple things you can do. You can attack with both of the weapons in the same turn if you want to, but your defense and attack that turn will be at a +2 difficulty. And anything when you're using your hands is going to be at a +2 difficulty as well. But there's a special move you can do called the Thou Twirl Me Fair Round, Dearest Fair Round, like a breaking wheel, fair round, round move.
Amazing.
And so it says the radius of this tornado of death depends on your weapons. Roll to attack everyone around you. Press DR14 after every spin. Failure, you get dizzy. And D4, and then it tells you, what happens after that point. But basically what I'm trying to tell you is there's a special move where you can spin around with your weapons if you want to, but bad shit can happen.
Okay. I'll leave it at that then.
All right. So last to go would be Vaughn then, right?
Yep. Well, guess I can't let you all have all the fun. And I'll run over to this one. And I guess I'll spin right round.
All right. So for that,
Oh no.
All right, so roll a d4.
I'm gonna fall into the pit
Okay.
already.
All right, no, that helps you. You get +2, or no, that does not help you. Sorry, +2,
No, actually,
+2 difficulty rating to your
Yep.
defense next turn as you are spinning around and you're dizzy. But you're able to hit both of those enemies there. So go ahead and roll an attack on each of them. Oh God. Okay, so which hit was for which guy?
First one was for the big guy. Second for the cowering.
Okay. All right. So the cowering guy, he gets a hit from that flail right to the face. He's still up. The other guy, your flail, one of the flails bounces off of his armor and the end of it just shatters. Or no, you're using axes, so the axe head just shatters. So you've just got a haft in that hand, basically. All right.
My dog would come out and probably try to attack the same guy that I attacked over here on this side.
All right. Go for it.
Let's see. Oh, it says equip a weapon to attack.
Oh,
It just says bites a D4, only obeys me.
just roll a d20.
Okay.
Because it's it doesn't really have stats. It's just a flat d20 against I believe DR12.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you hit it. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's see, damage die for that one was a D4. So that's another 2. Whenever we roll attack rolls, mine are presence. If I have something that gives me advantage on presence, does that work for attack rolls or no? Because I have stealthy, which is all presence and agility tests have their damage or have their DR reduced by 2.
Is it
I
all
didn't
or
figure that,
just
but
the stealthy things?
it just says
presence.
it says all presence and agility tests, but I didn't know if
then,
attacking counts too.
For your ranged attacks, it would then, yeah. I would say.
Okay.
Based on that.
Okay.
So your dog runs up, bites that guy, and he doesn't seem to be affected by it at all.
Huh.
Doesn't really pay attention. Just focused on trying to kill you guys. Who else had a dog?
Vaughn has a dog.
All right.
Bond dog.
One of them. So back one is Jotna's. I'm going to move that one over here. Which side did you want him on? You can put him there.
Yeah, that's fine. It'd be here.
All right. Vaughn's small but vicious dog. Is
Oh,
he
yes.
attacking the same one?
He's going to attack the helpless one that was barely grazed.
Okay. No good. He's flailing around and your dog just can't get a grip with its teeth. So now the enemies are up. The guy over here in front of you, Seldam, he's going to swing at you, so go ahead and make a defense check. Which is, yep, you got it. Nice. I just forgot a crucial thing about Mork Borg. Do you want to...
Play a game?
No, you did that right. Yes, do you want to play a game? Okay, no. We're good. Just thought I forgot a rule there for a second, but no. So you dodge out of the way of those What does that guy have? He has a pair of axes that he's swinging around wildly, but you miss, or he misses you. The guy back here, right behind you, Seldam, and next to you, Jotna, actually runs up around and tries to attack this other guy here and help you out. And he misses with the knives that are nailed to his hand. The guy over here that you're hitting, Rosenstern, attacks back. So go ahead and roll your defense.
Sure. What is he attacking with?
He's attacking with clubs that are nailed to his hand.
Okay, so I have a feat called Catch on a DR12. Catch the business end of a bludgeoning weapon and wrestle it from the user's grasp. +2 on a contested strength roll.
All right. Go ahead and you can use that. All right, it's at DR 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so no good. You're unable to grab it, but you can still roll your defense, unless it says otherwise on that special.
Nope.
All right. So that damage should actually be a D2. Not mean to roll that. 2. 1 point of damage. Do you have armor on? You do. You have medium armor if you want to roll that. Well, actually, you don't need to because you're wearing medium armor, so it should just automatically defend that. Let's see. So that would be a D2 for on the medium armor when you need to roll that. The other prisoners over here, you don't need to roll it though, since it's just the 1 point, so it just auto, covers it. The other guy over here by you, Vaughn, with the dual swords that you were fighting, he's going to attack you, and so is the other one behind you. So both of them you roll a defense for them.
Yep.
All right. I'll say the first one was the bigger guy here, and the second one you got hit by, so that'll be 1d2 damage from him, actually. But you're wearing heavy armor, so it's not really going to affect you.
I didn't even mean to hit you. You were just standing right there. Get him. Get him.
He's still cowering from you, but after that, he's kind of, you see his eyes flitting back and forth and like considering what you're saying. And with that, this guy here actually runs up and starts attacking the bigger fighter there. But he misses. Same with this one here, runs up and starts helping out here. And his weapons break.
Nice.
He stumbles onto the ground, and the daggers he has just like shatter against the concrete, or the stone, not the concrete. All right, so that would bring us back to you guys. Who's going?
I'm gonna sidestep a little bit, and I'm gonna try to shoot that one again with the crossbows.
Okay.
And just for the sake of like calling it beforehand, if it hits, I'm gonna spin an omen to do max damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, don't forget about your omens, by the way. Since
I called that omen, do you want me to go ahead and do we just do that on hits? Or
Yeah, just do it when it hits. That's fine.
Okay.
I think you can do an omen to reroll too. I don't remember
You
what they
can.
all do, but it's in that rule.
Yeah. Omens are deal maximum damage, lower damage taken by a d6, or negate a critical success or failure, or lower a DC, I think, or reroll a die.
That's right. Okay.
I'll try to reroll that die if you'll let me.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll try to attack again. Yep.
Just reduce that omen.
Damn it. The reason I say that is because I have this special for escaping fate. I have a 50% chance that omen does not get spent. So how do you want to roll that? You want me to just roll D2, call it good? Or how you want to do it?
If you click the thing on there, it'll roll a D100. So tell me beforehand if you want lower 50 or higher.
Oh, okay. I'm going to attempt to escape it. We'll go lower 50.
Okay.
Nice.
You got it.
So I keep that. Cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, who's next?
I can
turn
go.
to.
I'll stab at the tall guy in front of me again.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
All right.
I just say one seldom misses twice. Smack him.
You are attacking with your short swords, right? Yeah, short swords. So you cut him a couple times with your arms. You know, you're swinging your short swords back and forth. He doesn't seem to be bleeding from his wounds, and he's just relentless in his attacks back at you still. So who's up next?
I'll turn to my dog. Just get over here. Have the dog run over and attack the larger man.
Okay. That's a hit. And that's enough to do some damage to him. So your dog's able to run up and grip on this guy's calf, and you see it just rip a chunk out of his leg.
Then I
Who's
will
next?
sing that. Try to swing over with the one good axe I have left.
Yeah. Miss. Who's up?
So after I finish smacking this one, he starts crying. He's got his jaw hanging open and he starts crying like a little bitch. And I tell him, oh, I'll give you something to cry about. And I backhand him across the other side. It must roll morale or collapse into a weeping heap.
He doesn't need to roll. Tell me what happens to him.
So I smack him on the one side, his mouth comes wide open, and then I hit him with the back of my hand. His neck just kind of moves to one side until I hear a popping sound and he fell on the ground. I don't think he wants to play with us anymore.
So that's one opponent down. And who's up next? I think just Jotna, your dog, hasn't gone.
Yeah, I'll roll for the dog real quick. Oh, shit.
Damn, okay. For criticals, I believe it is double damage. Double damage. Armor protection is also reduced 1 tier. Okay. So roll your D4 damage.
6.
All right, tell me how your dog viciously tears into the sky and finishes them.
So you see everybody kind of wailing at it, and between Seldom making all his attacks and me shooting the arrow at it, he tries to dodge out of the way, and just as soon as he dodges out of the way, you see was he wearing a helmet? That guy wasn't wearing a helmet, was he?
No.
Okay, so you actually see he ducks out of the way to get out of the way of one of Seldom's attacks, and my dog actually went for his neck, but since he ducked, you actually see its whole mouth just grab, pretty much it's his whole eyeball in the back of his head, and literally rips from his nose to his ear completely off of the side of his face. And as he jumps off of him, he kicks him into the pit.
Nice. Metal. So his corpse goes flying down into that pit there.
That'll learn him.
I think that brings us back to the enemies. I believe everyone just went. So this guy here is going to continue attacking you, Vaughn. Go ahead and roll your defense. Okay. Because you're wearing heavy armor, it's a little harder for you to dodge attacks. So when you roll the defense or click to roll your defense, does it come up and say like damage dice or something like that?
Oh yes, it does.
Okay. For this one, oh, it is correct on this one actually. It would be a D4. Okay. So you take 3 damage, and
Yep,
you have
and,
2 hit
as
points.
he does that, he swings, hits me. What does he have? Axes?
Dual swords. This guy does.
As he swings and just takes both right across, slashing me clear through the waist and the neck, both tumbling off into the pit.
All right, and with that,
He was Darth Maul all along.
Vaughn is dead already.
Darth Maul.
So, Vaughn,
My dog sadly jumps in after me.
all right. So, would you like to fill out a character sheet for that other character you generated, or do you want to just pick one out of the fresh meat folder there?
We can just pick one out of the fresh meat.
All right, go ahead and take a look at some of those, and when we come back to you again, you can decide.
Yep.
And that's how it goes in Mork Borg.
This is the Mork Borg we all know and love.
At least for the first scenario a character goes through anyways. All right, so that was Vaughn and his dog getting attacked by that guy. These other guys here that actually have the weapons nailed to their hand are all going to attack this last person that just killed Vaughn. And it looks like we got 2 hits there. Let's see if they do any damage. One of them might. He does. So one of them is able to actually break through this guy's defenses and get a good cut in there with his daggers. There's this one over here too, so actually 4 of them. One more is gonna roll here. Nope, wrong one. D2. See if he does damage, and he's not going to. Okay, so back to you guys. You see that one of the people that were trapped down here with you from those cells was just brutally killed and thrown down that pit there. What are you all doing in response?
So, well, Vaughn's got an arm off, and I'm gonna shoot this one with the auto crossbow again.
Okay.
If I could click the button, that'd be great. There we go. Oh my god.
Yep. So one of the auto crossbows just pretty much explodes in your hand. The spring snaps, lashes back on your hand, and there's just like, you know, a shrapnel as the nails in your hands kind of start popping out from it. So you lost one of your auto crossbows.
Oh, fuck!
And just for
Do
convenience sake, we'll say you shot all of your shots with that one, and you still have the full 10 in the other one.
Oh, okay.
I do the Flails Akimbo right here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a DR14 presence check.
Presence check.
Mm-hmm.
That's PRE.
Yeah. Okay, you got it. You are not dizzy from this attack. Go ahead and roll an attack against each of those opponents.
I'm rolling my short sword for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the big guy.
Okay.
And I'm rolling one for each, you say?
Yeah.
So to my left.
Okay.
Left upper. Right upper. And direct right.
All right. You do some significant. Oh, that's a crit, actually. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. So they are both dead on the right side here. The other three, you miss, or they don't seem to be affected if you did hit.
So I
Go ahead
run
and tell
in.
me what happens.
I run in, spinning around with my short swords, and I mean, it just looks haphazard. I'm throwing swings all over the place, but somehow, mangle those two guys enough that they just die. I do some damage almost to everybody else. When I stop, I hold my pose, and I'm clearly holding it together. I'm not dizzy, and and I say, one seldom lands the hit he doesn't take.
This is true. So Rosenstern, I believe you have not taken a turn yet.
Right. I'm just gonna walk straight down here. Why do you all have to be so mean? And I'm gonna backhand this one right in front of me again.
Okay. This one here?
Yeah. Whoa! I didn't touch him at all!
Right over his head. Alright, so with that one actually turns on you, Rosenstern, and tries to attack you. So go ahead and defend. And then, Seldam, you'll need to make 2 defense rolls as well as those 2 guys that's still up around you are attacking.
I don't think his dog went.
Yeah, I've still got my dog left.
You're correct.
That's
go ahead and have your dog go. Who's he attacking?
He would have probably run around this way and caught this one here beside Rosenstern.
Okay. All right. So that attack at you, Rosenstern, does not happen because his dog, again, just viciously mauls one of these guys here. But Seldam, those attacks against you do happen.
Okay, so I do 2, you say?
Yep.
Sure.
So you dodge the first one from the bigger guy. And the other one too. Nice.
So they swing at me, but I've still almost got my momentum from my spin attack, and I just kind of spin again and dodge them both.
Right. So now you guys are up. Seldam, do you want to go first with that? Follow up?
Is there any rules for like grappling or like kicking?
Because it's a rules light game, not really. But you just tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what you roll.
I was gonna say I try to Spartan kick him into the pit.
It will be a DR 14 strength check.
What's
Roll a d20 and
all of
meet
those
or
are 20?
exceed. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then actually I'm just gonna sword attack him.
Okay. Nice. Okay, he is still standing, but you licked a pretty major wound on him there. So Rosenstern, Jotna, and your dog.
Yeah, I can have my dog go ahead and go. That way we don't forget about it.
Alright, that's a hit. I'm assuming he's attacking this other guy here.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, he takes a nice big chomp out of him, but he's still standing. Go, no, you want to go ahead and go as well?
Yeah, I can go ahead and shoot that one with the crossbow here. Seven.
Alright, yeah, that's a killing blow. So now you've got 9 shots left in that crossbow, remember. You might be able to mark it on the crossbow itself in the description. But tell me what happens to that guy.
So you see Seldom swinging and flailing and doing all that stuff, and just as soon as he gets done coming back through, swings and hits, and right precisely at the same time that he swings down, you see my crossbow go flying, and it actually hits him in the base of the neck, and it pushes his head just forward enough that Seldom splits his head completely in half in 2 pieces. He looks like a Demogorgon.
Nice. Does he fall into the pit as well?
No, he'll just slump over.
Okay.
Yeah, good answer. Because I decided, wait, is looting a thing in this game?
It is. It absolutely is. And I was like, I don't like him asking if my fucking loot's going away, so fuck you. No.
I was about to kick him in, and I was like, I would probably check.
There's a bunch of guys down in the bottom of that. It's like, oh, look, free weapons.
Yeah.
Because this is just how it goes.
All right. So I believe that is, or no, Rosenstern. You haven't taken your turn yet.
Right. So I'm gonna walk over here and I say, "Oh, puppy, is this one messing with you? Don't hurt the puppy."
And I'm gonna poke him.
He's cowering at this point, like just on the ground. Roll your poke.
I just imagine his poke is like a pulverized. He's just like.
All right, so you you go to poke at him and you miss and stumble a little bit and kind of jam your finger right into the ground and you actually crack the stone a little bit. But that guy is just cowering right now. That's all he does. His turn is just surrendering and cowering. And he's going, please, please, I don't know what's going on. So you guys can go ahead and coup de grace him if you want, or however you want to handle it at this point. You are effectively out of combat for the moment. But over the loudspeaker, you hear the announcer again saying, "Oh, what a bloodbath! Let's see where they go next. 2 doors in front of you and a pit." Vaughn, or rather Sherrod, did you decide on your character?
Oh yeah, Dorpat, the dead god's prophet.
Dorpat. There he is. Okay. All right. So behind you guys, from the cells you came from, you hear a loud click again of a door bolt opening, and that is where you will be starting. You move around some TCCs here in Foundry for a second.
I
Get rid
am
of
gonna
the
go
dead
for that
ones.
coup de grace. When
Okay.
he says, "I don't know what's going on," Seldom goes, "One seldom knows what's going on," and stabs into him with both the swords.
Please keep doing that. It's amazing.
It is. It is fantastic.
All right, just give me a second here to configure your permissions, and then we'll get going. So we're out of combat. I'll go ahead, and the announcer has gone silent for the moment. Let's find something a little more suitable for this dungeon, essentially, that you're standing in, this bloody dungeon. The only light around you right now are very faint, like grease candles or something like that, seem to be jammed into crevices in random places. But go ahead and talk about, whatever you guys want to do. While I figure out the configuration here, Doorpat, you basically, you're walking out right now.
Jump into the pit. They want you to go through the doors. Jump in the pit.
The pit calls for you.
The call of the pit.
I'm checking this big guy because I figure if anyone's got any kind of gear on him, it would be him.
Yeah, he's the only. The other guys are basically wearing tattered rags. This guy's actually wearing, clothes, has some pockets, maybe a little pouch on him or something. Roll a D66, which is 2d6s, and you combine them together to get the number of the faces.
Like that, or you wanted me to roll 2 dice?
Yeah, you got to roll 2 dice because 9 isn't on a d6.
Okay, you said it's 2 what?
2 d6s.
Oh, I thought you said D66.
It is, but you'll see. Go ahead and roll 2 d6s. All right, so you rolled a 2 and a 3, so 23 is the result.
Oh.
So on the corpse plundering table from the core rule book, 23. Bag of angry. Okay. So there was a pouch on his waist. You take it, looks like a silver coin pouch or something like that. You look inside, and there's noise, fluttering, as a whole bunch of venomous moths flutter up and out into your face. Dousing you with the fine pores or whatever it is that moths have that come off their wings. Go ahead and roll a toughness DR6.
One seldom wishes he kicked a body into the pit.
Okay, you have a terrible sneezing fit, and these moths kind of flutter off and find cracks to go into or fly into the candle lights and burn themselves away. And that's it. That's all that happens with that looting.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal what he said. One seldom finds himself wishing he hadn't looted a body, and he looks over the guy's hands, and then he reaches forward and he gives a little gnaw on his fingernails, and then he decides. It looks like he's thinking about how he felt about it, and then kicks the body in.
All right, it falls in, lands with a thud down below.
Well, I know what. One seldom stands around waiting to see why he's got fucking crossbows attached to his goddamn hands. Where the fuck are we going?
I seldom agree more.
I don't know. I've never been here. It's dark. Is that noise getting closer, by the way?
The noise that you heard was basically all the commotion in this room and like the announcer kind of revving up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what do we got in the chat over here? I see it scrolling. We've got equipment drop from Judge Wolf GM. It also has. Okay, what did I gotta scroll up here?
There's also a bag of angry Mork Borg hornets that can
Oh,
be
I
used as a
see.
weapon.
Okay, yeah, we'll say there was a second pouch attached there that you noticed just before you kicked them off. But this pouch was actually labeled, and it said "Angry Murder Mork Borg Hornets." And in fine print, it says "Useful as a weapon."
On the actual bag, like sewn in.
Yes. Yeah.
Seldom have I found such a thing, and I tie it to my belt.
All right. Okay, so yeah, with that, you guys are free to move around and do whatever. There's more bodies to loot if you want to, but those guys look like they just have rags on them, so there's not really anything to loot there.
What can we see in the pit? Is it literally just, a hole right in front of us with no exits?
No, there's doors there. You should be able to see the doors, right? On the right side of the room?
In the pit.
Oh, in the pit. So in the pit, you see just very faintly, you can see the bottom. It's pretty far down. Looking down, you assume that if you were to get kicked down or thrown down, that would do some pretty serious damage. But with the bodies down there, you think that you might be able to safely drop down if you hang at the ledge. But you can't really see anything other than just a dirt floor down there.
Okay. Because the other player just put that in my head, and I don't know if he was fucking around or not.
But you don't see the walls, though, at all down there, just the dirt floor.
So I'm just peering as they do whatever they're going to do.
So I turn around. How does Dorpit come into the room? Do I see him immediately?
Yeah, you would hear that door opening back there of the one cell that was closed, and then you can take the floor shared with whatever happens. I gotta change your name on the overlay here.
Yep. He said.
Just keep adding his name. Just put Vaughn / Dorpit /
He said we'd be here. He said it. Are we going? Are we going?
What are you? Hey, don't think of any funny business or I'll smack that smile right off your face. I don't like this one.
We're going.
Good.
It's us now.
Dorpet, go ahead and roll me a 1d8. Five. You have warhammers nailed to your hand.
Jesus fuck. Yeah. So how do you retcon you rubbing your hands like Carl Childers from Sling Blade during that last dialogue with fucking Warhammer?
Ew. I'm gonna put my ear on each one of these doors and just try to see which one has more sound coming from them.
Okay. It would be this one here. You can hear faintly voices and some sort of movement, probably like heavy footsteps somewhere in distance this way. This way, you would actually hear something this way as well. You would hear dogs barking at the northern door.
We've got puppies up here and we've got blokes down to the south. Where you want to go? I'm scared.
To be honest with you, I'd take fucking blokes over puppies any day of the week. Fuck these dogs. They scare me.
Is that the consensus ship?
One seldom knows what the right choice was until he opens the door.
You hear the announcer over the intercoms. Tick tock! Tick tock!
We can still take the pit.
I want so bad to just kick you into the pit.
Yeah, I'm not going in until he
Yeah.
jumps in willingly.
Just be like, well, if that's your fucking choice, just kick him in it and go on about my day. Like, one of these days, I'm gonna play this as the soulless asshole, like Dex played whenever we played the first time.
Like Dex
But right,
the game.
yeah, I was about to say like Dex is, like as a person when he plays one shots. So I swing this door open and I whistle for my dog and I send my dog in first.
Okay. On the other side is a hallway leading to just another plain-looking wooden door. But on the other side, there are voices. It sounds like someone's arguing. There's a lot of scuffling. Your dog again has paunches up, growling, ready to fight.
What do the walls look like on either side of me? Does it look like a kill tube?
That's a good question. It does not. It does not. It just looks like rough-hewn stone.
Good question. Put your eye real close to the wall.
Yeah. That's a
You
really
see
good question.
something
Determine
glinting
now if you want to walk through normally or belly crawl.
You feel the tile depressed. Do you keep moving?
Yeah, no, I put the dog on it and run like hell. Anyway,
I mean, if you want to get up and give a closer look, roll a presence DR12.
ooh,
Otherwise, yeah. 20. Okay. Yeah, no, you're sure that you walk through this hallway completely sure that there are no traps or anything around you. It just looks like another Schleswig basement or cellar, possibly, like deep old cellar.
and this door that I'm at now, can I make out what they're saying now that I'm at that door, or no? Is it like a language I know or anything like that?
Because that presence check, I'll go ahead and roll that up. Bundle it together in that check with that nice little 21 that you rolled there. You can hear someone arguing, and like I said, very heated argument, and you can just barely make out talks about killing, about someone's waiting for someone, just little snippets of a conversation back and forth, and it sounds like it's very, very close to getting violent. The edge you hear in their voice.
Okay. As I'm trying to listen, Jotna gets more and more frustrated, and finally he just like kicks the door in and goes, "I'm Johnny Crossbow Hands. What the fuck is going on?" Just busts into the door like an idiot.
All right, and I'm going to pause it as you
And the dog would have came in tow as well, so he would be right beside me.
You see a couple more of those similarly dressed fighters that you saw standing next to the pit back there. You can make it out that there's at least 3 of them standing in the room to the north over there. There's also a door directly to your east. And to the south, because you were paying so much attention to the walls, you do catch a glimpse of some sort of cracks or holes in the walls to the south there. But with that, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative against these guys as they turn, see you, and they are grinning, ready to fight.
Okay.
Go ahead and reset initiative.
Initiative.
And the enemies begin first. So let me get the metal music going here.
Metal.
All right. I need to map this stuff better. Getting rusty.
Just means you need to dust off the old GM books some more.
Yeah. All right. So all of these guys just rush straight at you, Jotna.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
So go ahead and roll defense 3 times.
Shit. Oh shit. So we're gonna go ahead and omen that one. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that right now. Oh wait, I guess not.
Yeah, you'll lose your
Yeah.
armor, but it protected you. Or
Yeah.
it reduces your armor by 1 tier. No, which would destroy it because that's a tier 1 armor.
Yeah. We'll leave that one. We'll let
Okay.
that one fall as it lays. We'll take that one for sure. All right.
All right. That last one, you're gonna have to remove your armor because it looks like it's counting
Oh yeah,
it.
still. So that one
So
would probably
that
hit.
would go through and you were dead.
Oh,
You have 1 hit point.
well, I can. Can I? Well, no, I
Yeah,
didn't. I didn't call it beforehand, did I?
No, I mean you can
The
use
omen.
it to re-roll, or anything
I
else
can-
that's in there.
Yeah, I suppose I can lower damage by a d6, so the likelihood chance of me either negating it totally or just dying is like 50-50.
Yeah, I mean unless you use an omen, you are going to die here.
Yeah, I'll roll a d6. We'll see what happens, and then I'll roll for the omen.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so it reduces by 2 damage then.
It just says reduces damage taken by a d6. So 2 damage. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it now on the omens page 38.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, and then go ahead and roll your. Do you want to do? You said below
lower.
50.
Yeah.
Lower. Okay.
Oh. So I
that
burnt one.
Does reduce you to 1 omen.
Nice. All
But
right.
you survive.
Somehow. With
So
1
they all
HP and a
run
dream.
up to you. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what happens there as they destroy your armor and nearly kill you, but you don't die.
So as I push up, they come running at me, and in my looking around the room, I failed to see them until they pretty much got right up on me. And one guy, he comes in and he just like swings low, catches the front of my armor with an axe, but his axe, I guess he forgot to sharpen it or something, so all it does is it just kind of creases into my armor and cuts it in half. I look down, I'm fine, but that blow actually doubles me over. This guy in front of me, he actually comes down and smacks me with the brunt of his weapon, and it just rips that armor off, but I managed to just kind of like duck out of the way of the third guy, and he doesn't hit me at all in all of that fighting.
Nice. All right, and now it's your guys' turn. So don't know. You want to go ahead and go first?
Yes, I want to. I will spear this guy. And then since my dog had come in the room with me, I'll actually roll for my dog as well on the same turn, and for that guy over there, if
Okay,
you'll
go
allow.
ahead and move your dog up. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be here. So we'll roll spear first. Miss with the spear.
Mhm.
And then dog also misses, I'm assuming.
Yeah. He starts running up and trying to bite at this guy's legs, but he's dancing around his mouth. So who's up next?
I'll crawl back towards the back of Jotna here, and I'm gonna crawl between his legs. I'm gonna say, what's going on in front of out here? And I'm gonna crawl over here, and then this one that's up and to the right of me, right in front of Jotna, I'm gonna grab his fucking nutsack and pull myself up with it.
All right. Go ahead and roll that.
God, beast.
6 damage. All right, let's see. It doesn't
You
say
just
anything else in
grab
the
that
description.
low-hanging fruit.
It says a hard slap to the groin delivers 1d6 damage and incapacitates the target if they fail a DR12 test. Jesus. All right,
Wow.
good.
He's into that.
He stands against it. So he puts on a brave face, but you absolutely just destroyed it, whatever he has in his pants.
I felt a clicking sound.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
Did the fan turn off or the light turn off? Which
What
cord
do you
did you pull?
Oh. He surrenders.
Yeah, I probably would
Yeah.
too.
He backs up and starts like cowering over here, basically.
While holding his
Grabbing.
groin.
Yeah. There was just a moment where it seemed like he was, putting on a brave face. That hit lands and he's just like, and starts backing up and cowering away. He's
What's the
laying on the
matter?
floor.
No balls.
All right, Dorpat and Seldam.
Dorpat will walk up. You told me that you would be here, and I am here. It is us. It is we. And soon it will be me. And I will attack the one in the middle.
All right. No good. Seldam.
I'm gonna do another spin attack.
All right. Go ahead and roll your DR14 presence check. All right, failure. So
And-
roll a D4.
I'll do an omen on that one to reroll.
Okay, sure. You got it. Cool. Go ahead and roll your attack against each of those guys.
Okay, going from left to right. Oh. That's on the middle guy.
All right.
So Seldam rolls in between everybody, swinging and slashing, and he misses almost everything except he gets one good slash on the middle guy as he's sliding through.
All right. With that, we go over to the opponent's side. The one that is cowering here just continues backing up, leaning against the wall there. There is another one of those thuds as a door is opened remotely, and this door springs open, revealing dogs. 4 mangy-looking mutts in there. It looks like they're partially starved, they're ready to eat, and they have nails and spikes secured to their tails.
Well,
The
shit,
first-
I didn't have bitches with bitches on my bingo card.
The first one runs out and begins mauling the guy that was leaning there against the wall. Second one runs out and attacks this first guy here that he sees. See if he hits. Does not. Dorpat, go ahead and roll defense. And Jotna, if you could roll defense for your dog, it would just be a D20 DR12. Nice. All right.
That
everyone's,
fucking dog is.
Yeah. The dog's gonna survive the whole way. I hope it does.
Yeah, really.
You gotta give it a name if it does.
I will.
All right. So this guy here with these guys both have dual axes there. He's gonna turn and try and swing on that dog that was just biting at him. Fend it off. And it's a miss. This other one's going to try and attack you, Seldam. Since you came in there spinning, he figured you're probably an easy target. So your armor helps you out there. You take 1 point of damage. This guy's swinging axes at you. And back to you guys. Your turn. Whoever wants to go.
I'm gonna go for a spear attack on this guy again.
All right.
Damn it, man.
Running out of luck.
Yeah. And then that I'm gonna have like my dog is gonna attack this other dog beside it.
Okay.
Maybe not.
I'm gonna
All right,
attack
so
the guy
door
that
pad
attacked
or-
me.
Okay. All right.
What is that peeking out the bottom?
Yes. So last one would be Dorpad or Rosenstern.
I will.
Go ahead.
I'll turn to the mangy mutt that tried to bite me. Swing at it with the warhammer.
Another miss. Swinging those warhammers all over the place, but you haven't hit anything yet. Rosenstern, you're up. I will also, Rosenstern, you can attack with both of your hands if you want to and do the spinning move and all of that sort of stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk over here, right past the fighting doggies, and I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna see the one attacking my friend's doggy, and I'm gonna say, "Stupid dog, you made me look bad," and I'm gonna backhand it. I made me look bad.
It's because you don't have your mallet.
Yeah.
True.
All right, and so because of that, Rosenstern, that one actually, it doesn't even turn around. It looks like these things have adapted to use these flail tails that they have, and it just starts swishing its tail at you, trying to pierce you with all of the nails and random bits of sharp metal sewn into its tail. So go ahead and roll defense on that. All right, you dodge it. No problem. Dorpat, go ahead and roll defense as well as that one continues to try and bite at you. All right, Dorpat, hopefully this one's got a few more hit points, and it does, so you take 1 damage.
Just a little.
This dog here is going to continue to try and attack the other guy, and it hits. He's actually using his flail tail. This one's spinning it around in circles, trying to hit this guy's with its tail. So, 4. He doesn't seem to be actually taking any damage from it. Seldam, you're going to be attacked by this other guy here. If you want to go ahead and roll defense, he's swinging his axes at you.
You know,
Right.
I was gonna ask, and then I read the crit thing, and it's exactly what I wanted.
Oh.
It says gain free attack.
Oh, yeah. You rolled a 20, so that would be, yeah, and if you roll a 1, then it gets an attack on you. Basically, it does double damage, I believe. But yes, you go ahead and roll your attack, whatever you're fighting with.
Yeah, when I got the crit, I was like, yeah, I should be able to turn his attack back into him.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And you hit. Alright, 3 damage.
So he swings at me, and I knock his attack away with my one sword and slash across his chest with the other and say, one seldom gets the upper hand on me.
He lets out a maniacal roar as blood starts flowing from that cut. And it's your guys' turn. The other dog that was over here is just continuing to eat that guy as he's screaming. Who's up?
I guess I'll go for another spear attack on this same one that Seldom just hit.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll work this time. Oh, yeah.
Got it. Ooh, that's a good hit.
6 on that one.
Let's see if his armor protects him. Alright. Seldam, Jotna, Dorpet, I'll let you all try and take a free hit on this guy as he just runs through this doorway trying to escape after your spear attack there. So go ahead and roll those, see if you kill him. Nice. Alright, so go ahead and tell me what happens. Jotna, you hit him with that spear, a real major wound on him. He panics, starts to flee, and Dorpat, your warhammers finish him off before he can make it out the door.
Yeah, so I actually, after he slices across, he makes that big roar, and you actually see my spear, like, go through his stomach, and somehow or another, like, little Jotna manages to, like, just flip this guy over and slam him on the ground. And as he, like, gets up and tries to run away, I pull the spear out, and then... Dorpat, go ahead.
Dorpat doesn't even know what's going on. He's actually winding up, pulling his warhammer back to strike the dog, and just domes him as he stands up.
Perfect.
He got
And that
free
guy,
stooged to death.
yeah. So that guy drops dead there, and you guys continue your turn. That was just Jotna going. So Seldam, Dorpat, Jotna, you want to go ahead and have your dog go, and then whoever wants to go next.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll for the dog. 10 on that hound. Yeah.
So Seldam, Dorpat, or Rosenstern.
I'm gonna grab the dog's tail that's right in front of me, right? I'm gonna lift his hips up off the ground, and I'm gonna use his little dog nuts as a fucking punching bag.
So open Skype for a second.
God.
Yeah, the fuck I am. Yeah, the fuck I am.
Holy
shit! Don't forget to get your pets spayed and neutered.
Yeah, holy shit. Tell me what happens to that thing.
Yeah, I go to crush
crazy
its
bad
nuts
as
and I
you want.
fucking push my fist all the way through its stomach into its mouth, and I use it like a little fucking puppet.
That should be a weapon now.
Yeah.
Be able to punch with the
Yeah.
dog.
Momentarily
Yeah, I mean,
now
you
has
can keep it on there
Flailhound.
if you want.
Well, flound.
Yeah, the flound. You have now equipped a flound.
Look at the hand, look at the hand, look at...
You you got a bonus die from Judge Wolf saying for you to punch more dog nuts and become the new Bob Barker. So you have a bonus die.
Nice.
So Dorpat and Seldam, go ahead and tell me what you guys are doing.
After not even realizing that I just killed a man, going to go swing that warhammer down onto this dog. Finally, I just needed a bit of blood,
It's a pretty major wound on that thing. Let's see if it stays to fight. It stands firm, but you definitely probably took a big chunk out of its head there with that one, but it's still fighting. It looks hungry. Seldam, I think you're the last one.
Stay where I'm standing and reach across and attack last yellow guy.
All right.
And I overextend and miss him.
That you do. It seems that you all can hear footsteps approaching from the hallway that you came from. Back behind you. Someone approaches. I think, if they're ready.
What the fuck is it now?
Don't worry,
Uh-oh.
boys. I'll scare them off.
There he is. Cam's in the right place now. Welcome, Tabletop Tony, playing Lumni.
Hey.
Thanks
Hello.
for joining us.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. I've been sitting here in the chat like a nice, good little boy, nice and quiet.
Oh, yeah.
mute,
Welcome to Flails Akimbo.
But now it's my time to shine. Oh, where do I
It
come
is.
from? Okay, so from behind, initially you just get this like intense stench of like bad breath, as like this like really handsome looking figure strolls along in, adorned in like nice like Greek robes and like holding a couple of scrolls and like a flute around his neck.
We'll retcon one thing that you just said is that
Retcon or whatever you want.
you don't have any scrolls. Your scrolls have been lost because you've all awoken with headaches in a cell. You don't know where you are exactly, and you each have weapons nailed to your hands. You have warhammers nailed to your hands. You are wearing your robes and whatever attire you normally would be, but you're walking through and you basically walk by a bunch of bodies, and now you see a bunch of people fighting these dogs in front of you that seem to be in a similar situation as you.
Is my flute still up my ass?
It is.
Oh, sweet.
In the
Okay.
traditional style, yes, of course.
Okay. Sorry, no metagaming, guys. You don't know the flute's up my ass. I didn't pull it out. My toots are very very
Melodious.
melodious, yes, harmonious. Anyway. Hi. I mean you no harm. I'm just trying to find my way out. Holy fuck, what the fuck is that thing? Oh, I should yell. Oh gosh.
It's called a flound.
Are you
a what?
friend or foe?
So, Lumni, do you jump into the melee and help them fight off these dogs?
Absolutely. If they're fighting dogs and I see them all tag teaming dogs, they look friendly enough. I'm just trying to find. Yes, absolutely. I'm coming to fight these dogs.
All right, you can go ahead and take your turn then. It should be unpaused.
Did I have to watch any of these dogs die, or did I come in as the puppet was being made and that kind of thing?
Yeah, basically right then.
Okay,
Walk
fantastic.
through the front room and see this man just pull.
Fantastic. So I'll step squeeze by him here. I think I have enough movement for that. I can't quite reach him, so I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm gonna monitor
Okay.
the situation.
Sure, that's fine. So then it's going to turn to the enemies now. Go ahead and do a morale check here.
Also, I look really skinny, so I'm not, I can't swing very hard.
Yeah, you have a -1 strength and a -3 toughness.
I might be a little fragile.
And yet they hammered warhammers to him. Wait. How'd they nail the hammers to his hands? Whose hammers did they
String
use?
of hammers, the hammer hands. All right, Dorpat, you're going to get attacked by that one dog that's been trying to attack you.
I doubt it. Actually, I think he will.
Oh, well.
3 more damage. Your pet, it looks like you are down to 1 hit point. You are bleeding pretty badly and close to being broken. The other 2, this live dog here is fighting with that guy still. They're just kind of flashing back and forth. He lands a blow with his axes on that dog, but it's still trying to eat him. And this one back here just continues to chow down. So back to you guys again.
All right, so this one that's north and to the left of me. Functionally, I'm going to use a palm slap, but thematically, I'm going to bite him with my dog puppet.
Okay.
Amazing.
Nice. All right, you just haven't gotten quite used to the weight of your new dog puppet yet, so you missed that slap.
Oh, lummy.
Gotta recalibrate.
I'll attack
Next.
this guy again.
Okay.
Damn, I'm still just swinging and whiffing as he. So he's fighting with the dog, and I swing right when,
Yeah.
you know, he tassels and I miss.
Go spear against that same guy.
Okay. Same thing.
Christ.
Damn. I guess I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah, for the sake of it, my dog moves over here and is
Thank
gonna bite this dog here that's attacking
Okay.
Doorpat right now.
And he hits.
Okay,
Go ahead and
there we
roll.
go.
2 damage on it.
Okay.
Stands firm.
Dude, these fucking
It does.
flail hounds don't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit.
apparently.
Just watch his buddy get ripped out, like nuts through his mouth. Lumney's gonna step up here, and with the hand warhammer in his hands, he's gonna try to hit the dog. Probably not. Oh, I didn't do the
No
attack.
good.
Sorry, but yeah.
That still works. It's the same thing for a melee attack. You haven't quite figured out how to swing these correctly. They're a bit heavy for you. Your hands hurt really bad. Your head hurts. You're just very disoriented. So you're trying to. You're also calibrating.
Your flute hurts.
My
Yeah, your
flute
flute
hurts. I let out a small flatulence, and it's a G4 note.
I believe Doorpet, you have not gone yet.
I'm just gonna come over here and start muttering to myself, just why have you let this happen? You said this wouldn't happen again.
All right, Doorpet goes on the defensive, and
Who said it wouldn't happen? I just like
See?
I'm just responding in character. Yeah, I don't know.
He's not paying any attention to you. He's just
Okay,
kind of rocking back and forth.
probably normal sight to see in this dungeon.
so these dogs actually, this one actually turns its attention to your dog back here, Jotna.
Better not fuck my dog up. I'll cry on stream.
So go ahead, roll a d20 for defense, dr12.
Oh,
All right,
hell yeah.
you're good. He dodges.
Fucking dog.
All right, dog against that guy standing there, misses, and that guy attacking back, misses.
Thrilling.
Yes. Sometimes it be that way. Your
Do
turn.
feel like that. All right, I
Who's
need
up?
somebody to kill. Hey guys, just please, just kill one of these dogs. I promise, I'll make it worth it. But one of them needs to die first, and then all the dominoes will be in place. I'm saying in character.
Is it back on us again?
Trust me.
Yes.
Okay. Let's spear attack this one.
Okay.
Oh,
Damn.
fuck me. And then Dog attack again for the other one. 11. Wow. Just enough.
Okay.
Just not
It's
enough.
going to be all misses until someone rolls a crit and just overkills.
Right, yeah, everything's just gonna get mopped up at once.
Absolutely.
Fucking Rosenstern doesn't have enough wrists.
I'm also attacking the tall guy.
Okay. Swinging a bit. With your
You're
short
not
sword.
very good at that, are you?
Seldom have I missed so many swings.
Oh no. He's a poet.
Rosenstern and Lumni.
We're gonna go in for another neck bite,
Yum.
All right.
aka palm slap.
Yes!
Oh,
There it is.
my
There it
God.
fucking
You
is.
called it.
Nice. Yeah,
Wait,
tell me what happens to it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I come in, I miss the first one. Oh, and then it gets a little distracted, right? It starts wagging its tail, and then I nip it right in the back of the neck, and I swing it around, and I hear snaps and crackles come out of its spinal cord as I throw it away.
It ragdolls off into the room over there. Lumni, you haven't taken your turn yet. What do you do? The only two that, or there's three that are alive. This guy is fighting with this dog, and this dog is actually chowing down on this corpse right here.
Conditionally, like looking at them, like on their physique, how damaged do each of them look? Like, do they look exhausted? Do they look torn up? Do they have scars? Like, which one looks visibly more exhausted?
The Flailhound looks very starved and exhausted just because you know it's fighting for its life, but it doesn't
Right.
look that wounded. That guy looks like he hasn't really been affected by anything so far. He's just fighting and just
Okay.
frantic.
On the note of the dog getting its spine destroyed or whatever and getting tossed, I'm going to concentrate my energy into expelling as much gas as possible, and thus creating some sort of like overtony, sort of flatulent flute sort of sound that really like blends and it creates this unique sort of melody, and play it. Once per combat, when a creature dies, you play this bone's flute, echoing fugue. This deals an echo of the fatal damage to a random enemy in the vicinity. So effectively, that
Okay.
damage is applied to a rather random entity in the.
Okay.
That's how it reads.
Go ahead and roll a D3, and we'll just say go left, right, 1, 2, 3.
1.
So that guy dies. Tell me what happens to him.
Okay, so I get a nice wide stance. Just inhale just a bunch of air and just let out the gassiest, dirtiest, stankiest fart imaginable. Meanwhile, the flute brings this high-pitched sort of squeal that seems to get louder and louder and louder as the individual's head starts to spin and shake and contort, and his eyeballs eventually pop out of his skull, leaving his rest of his body discarded on the ground.
Did you just kill someone with the brown note?
The
It sounds
brown
like
note?
it. Yeah.
Is that a reverse
A
brown
G4
note?
brown note.
So that dog now, that Flailhound,
Nasty.
has something to eat. So it's no longer paying attention to anything else except consuming this guy. So
Ugh.
you're effectively out of combat unless you want to try and attack these two dogs that are eating the corpses, or if you want to try and loot the corpses they're eating.
All right, can we, gentlemen? I propose we execute these hounds for the betterment of not only our continued safety, but for these poor animals. Put them out of their misery. You know what I'm saying?
Or we could leave.
Getting some interesting chat requests.
What are we?
Yeah, I was about to say, got a couple
Oh.
things to catch up in chat there. We got a subscription, it looks like, or no, a new follower. It's Drags, and also who is that? Alexandra, or something. Shared, apparently a fan of yours.
Oh, and another request
got
for
a couple
naked
others.
stream.
Naked
stream.
shared naked stream. Yeah, wow.
It is after 10.
It is.
It is after 10.
So, I turn it over to you guys. The only sounds right now in this room with you are the sounds of those dogs gorging themselves on those men's insides.
So maybe this is a bad time, but what happened? Where do you know? What is this place?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Why are you asking me like I should know? I know about
I'm
as much
asking
as
everybody
you
the
do.
question. Okay, but I just wanted to ask everybody in the room.
Seldom does someone wake up in a pit and know how he
And who
got
the
there.
fuck is this guy? Why does he have a fucking poet?
First off, Dick Breath, what's off with all the fucking questions? Second off, we're just trying to find our way back out of this fucking place because if you don't notice or not, we got fucking weapons nailed to our goddamn hands, okay?
Except for him.
Except for Rosenstern, he goddamn makes them. He just gives them the old 1-2.
Well, as long as he's on our
Bro.
side, I could give anybody the 1-2.
Fucking Mr.
Jesus.
Bestiality here.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
I'll get no pleasure out of this.
I need you one.
Seldom have any collected as many nuts as him.
Oh my god.
So as you're looking around, Jotna, continuing on that really good roll you had earlier, looking at the walls, you see that in addition to those holes that you saw to the south there, you see in the room where the dogs came from, there are also some holes in the walls back there. There's very faint torchlight or some sort of flickering light coming through them.
I want to pick up this dead body and hold his head to the crack
Oh.
and see if like putting it up there does anything.
It does something. You hear giggling
Giggling. Could we all hear this?
from the other side.
Or just him?
If you're close to the wall where
You're
he's
also
doing
gonna
it,
make a
you're,
puppet?
like, yeah.
You know, they
I have a
don't say
sneaking feeling that we are currently being watched.
watched.
Yeah, watched, like with the fucking
Probably-
eyes you got in your face.
Probably the
He's
same
always
damn
watching.
person that nailed the hammers to our hands. I mean, it's what sick bastard runs this little joint.
The announcer comes over the loudspeakers again and says, "Curiosity killed the cat. It
Holy
seems
fuck.
our players have survived the flail hounds. What will they encounter next?"
What the? Is this the first time anyone's hearing this, or just me?
Just
Oh,
you, love.
it's a game. I like games. Let's go find the next challenge. I like the sound of that.
I'm gonna kill the hound
what if
that's
it-
next to me.
I was about to say that. I was like, yeah, it's like as we walk through, just stab this hound in the head, and I whistle for mine to come near me. Let's step
Roll
over this way.
make an attack with a bonus, basically. So it'll be a DR 10 instead of a 12.
Okay. Wow. Wow. How in the fuck?
Wow.
He's still just
Okay.
going to town, shredding at that guy.
God, they're made of steel.
No, they turn and attack you. You're
Sel-
unable to
seldom-
hit them. They dodge out of the way as you try and attack them. So we're back in combat here for a moment as they go ahead and roll defense. Jotna and Seldam.
Seldom does he hit his damn target.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying this out loud, okay? Just saying.
All right. So they snap at you and seems like they're gonna attack, but they don't actually latch on or anything, and they go back to eating. So you can continue attacking if you want, but the next time they might not stop.
I'm gonna try to warhammer them too. I'm with them.
He said I'm gonna smack
yeah.
him, fuck it.
Whoever wants to attack, go ahead. We got 200 bits for the shared striptease.
Oh no.
Don't worry, guys.
no.
Don't worry.
Someone wants to lick Turg's head. Everyone does, though.
That's true. I was like, that just that's the normal day.
All right, so Lumni, one of your warhammers, you completely miss, stumble, and slam it into the ground, and the head just snaps off. So now you only have one warhammer.
Oh, I must have low blood sugar or something, guys. I really need to eat something.
Dorpet, you're still kind of just clumsily flailing around with your warhammers, unable to hit anything. Rosenstern, you're unable to land your blow on the dog, and it turns to bite you. So go ahead and Rosenstern, roll your defense, and also Luke.
Okay. All right, guys, I'm dead.
You can use an omen to re-roll if you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna use an omen to re-roll.
If you like.
All right, defend.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm alive.
You got it. All right. Just mark that one omen off.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Red on the brown note.
So, can I? So, like, what happened? Like, did the dog attack me? Is that what happened?
Yes.
I tried to.
You
All
slam
right,
your warhammer into the ground next to it.
Yeah.
Maybe you slipped in the blood and gore or something, and then it turns to bite you.
It turns to bite me, and it like goes to bite me, and it actually does get a bite off on me, but it actually like smacks its own teeth with how skinny my wrist is, so it actually does not end up doing any damage. Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so back to you guys again. These dogs are now actively fighting you again. They're not
God
backing
damn it.
down.
Okay, I'll stab the one closest to me. Swing and a miss. Seldom have I liked a dog worse than this one.
My dog would actually jump up and try to attack it just out of being with me. It would miss, and then I'll try to spear that one as well.
Okay.
Oh,
God.
finally, Jesus.
All right.
Yay.
Fucking die.
There we go.
About time we hit something.
All right, you stab it.
Motherfucker.
You stab it right in the flank. Just get a solid hit in there. You feel it like grind against some bone. You probably punctured some organs. It's still standing there, growling and snarling, fighting for its life.
Oh. It's still growling and snarling. I must swing at it then.
All right.
It's growling and snarling. I try to pick up my other warhammer, try to prove that I'm not completely useless, and I prove it. Holy fuck!
All right. Yeah. What happens?
So, I'm acting like this helpless little dainty little boy, femboy, whatever archetype, and I slip and I make an absolute fool of myself. Then it bites me and it completely fails, and then it gets stabbed, and I just for some reason the bloodlust just kicks in me, and I start look at this creature and give it a nice little crush around the skull, breaking its cranium in.
All right.
Its tongue is still a bit off.
You follow through with that all the way to the ground, and its head just like, smashes right
out
collapses its skull. It stops moving. There's just this one that's living back here still. Dorpat, I think you're the only one that hasn't taken a turn. Or no, Rosenstern also, sorry.
I'll swing at him, but I think we know what's going to happen.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Rosenstern, you're up.
I'm gonna stick my big meaty finger into its gaunt rib and pop one off of its sternum.
I knew he was into
All right.
bestiality.
Yeah, he crushed the other one's balls, but
Now he's gonna
thankfully
pop one off.
I'm
he
gonna
pushed
use an
through
omen
its
to
stomach.
reroll.
I thought he was doing something
Okay.
else at first.
Right.
Maybe.
Hey,
Hey.
1 damage. You probably feel a little bit of a crack as that finger lands against its rib, but doesn't seem to be anything significant, and it bites back at you. So go ahead and roll defense. There you go. Get a free attack.
Damn, son.
Please tell me you make another puppet for the other hand.
Double puppet. One man. 2 dog dick puppets.
1 man, 2 dogs.
1 man, 2 dogs. Don't look that up, kids.
Whoa.
Don't look that one up.
Stands firm. You
Man,
land a
he's-
solid hit on him. What was that? The codpiece check. It is now neutered entirely, but it's still fighting
Oh.
against you.
Yay! We're doing our part. We're doing our part.
Yeah.
Who's
So it's up
we?
to your guys' turn now. I'm going to go ahead and hand wave this one. You guys can, because you basically just mob up on this dog and just start, beating down on it. You all kind of gang up. Yeah, you all gang up, and after a few seconds of beating this thing into a pulp, you kind of all take a breath, and the only noise is the crackling of the candles and some dripping of blood as you pant away, standing in this room.
Is anybody else hungry?
Seldom else have I created puppy pulp.
Now kiss.
Rubbing noses.
No kids.
What you guys
All
do?
right, now what do we do?
You really need to get out of here.
You gonna loot that one, preacher?
Yeah. I kind of want to poke at any small bags, both on him and a part of him, with a spear first.
You check the bags before you open
Yeah,
them.
checking
Shake 'em.
all bags, ones that God created and ones that He brought with Him.
Roll a d66.
It's 2d6. He's lying to you.
It is 2d6. That is a 36. 36 is... There is a... He also has a pouch on his hip. Would you like to open it?
What does it look like? Does it have any?
Shake it. Do you
Does
hear
it have
nothing?
any obscure writing like used as a weapon or?
No, there's nothing written on this one. It seems to be a little bit larger than the other pouches that the previous guy had. And it looks like it's actually could be a sleeve for like a jar or something. Like there's a container inside.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Just let me know if you want to open it and look at it. I'll just assume you're not because of what happened earlier.
I mean, I can like unsleeve it and look and see what's inside the jar.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Okay.
sleeve it.
Yeah. So
I'll
you
roll
pull this
back on it.
you
That's what
pull this
Turd did
glass
to the
jar
dogs.
out, and you see
Yeah,
you see a small humanoid inside, and you recognize that you see that this is a pixie. There's a tortured pixie inside with torn off wings and
Aw.
gouged out eyes, and it seems to be barely alive, if at all. You can't tell for
Poor
sure.
girl.
What do I know about pixies?
Give me a DR16 presence check.
Damn.
Oh,
There you go.
Wow.
Okay.
He's like, fuck, I gotta make something up. Shit.
consuming
You know
them.
that he's blind and has no wings.
Yeah, you
Yes.
assume that most of them don't have wings and their eyes are gouged out and they sit in jars.
Consuming them, although morally questionable, is incredibly good for your health and has magical restorative properties.
Okay. So I would slink that back into the bag and I would just kind of keep that with me.
All right.
Well, when you're done
Um,
playing around with the dead, we can keep like moving. Get out of here.
Well, yes, by
Seldom
all
have I
means.
missed a chance to loot a corpse.
Tell them this, tell them this, tell them that. Do you ever say anything other than seldom?
Seldom.
There it is.
I'm gonna storm off into this room.
Okay. You see that there is a door to the north, hidden
Okay.
in the shadowy corner of that room.
As well as 2 glory holes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I do see. Is there like creatures there? I see some like purple tokens. You're
You
supposed to see that?
Do you want to? Yeah, you can peek. You'd have to like take a look in there to actually get a good look of what it is. But there seems to be something in there. there's light, and there seems to be something moving back and forth in front of that light occasionally.
Okay. It looks like there's something on the other side of here. Do we want to? I don't have any. I don't have anything to do that with, but I don't want to peek through here. What if they hurt my eyes? Then I won't be as pretty.
True.
Well, sacrifice
Maybe
you
one of you
anyway.
ugly ones can look through.
Look through.
Yes, through the little
Fuck
crack.
'em.
I'm gonna open the door.
Oh
All
god.
right.
I'll peek through the hole.
That's it. Show them your puppets.
All right.
Show
Seldam,
me
go ahead
your
and roll defense.
Oh boy. Seldom.
Seldom does one
Oh.
keep eyes.
Nice. All right. So you peek in there carefully, very carefully. You can see the flickering of some candlelight, like I said, and someone's moving back there. It looks like some body. You're not sure who, and then you see a
Somebody.
face. Somebody. I don't know why I said it like that.
Somebody.
You see someone back there, and then you see a face appear in front of you on the other side of this narrow gap in the wall. This is a face of a noble, Fleswig. You can faintly make out some very fancy noble dress of some sort, along with a ritual cowl this person seems to be wearing, along with their noble face paint that looks almost like clown paint in this lighting.
Clown paint. Oh god.
And a butter knife of some sort jabs forward through the slit, trying to go into your eye, Seldam.
A
You
butter
dodge
knife?
back out of the way. Yes.
Oh
So-
god.
I take out my pouch and I open it and shove it in the slit so that the murder hornets go in the hole.
That is amazing.
Hell yeah.
You hear
And I
multiple
say,
people
seldom does
screaming.
one get to release the murder bees.
All right. Nice. Yeah, you
say
hear
you're
multiple
screaming.
people
Tell them.
back. Yeah, there are multiple people back there screaming right now.
Oh.
Seldom has that sounded sweeter. And then I follow to the door.
So, do we know anything about this game at all that we're a part of? Is there like a goal
You
here?
know that we're winning. We're
Okay.
winning.
Are we winning though? How do we
Yes.
know that we're winning?
We haven't died.
That doesn't
Seldom
mean
has
we're
won one more beautifully.
Arguably.
So what do you guys do?
Waiting for this damn door to get open.
Shouldn't be locked.
Come on.
You can
Dog
hear
suck,
barking
fuck
on
big
the other
boy.
side of it.
But there's
that
more
gets
dogs?
much
Sweet.
louder. Yes. So as you step into this room, Rosenstern, you can see in front of you there are
Oh,
3
spots.
chains coming out of the wall, and they seem to be connected to dogs that haven't noticed you yet. You're able to peek around the corner and see that on the other side of the room, and I'll actually scoot you up a little bit so you can peek around. There are chains on the other side of the room as well, where they are connected to prisoners, it looks like. And the way it's set up, you can tell that these chains that the dogs are hooked to wrap around and are connected to these prisoners who are being yanked back into the wall.
Eesh. Sheesh.
Dogs have not noticed you yet, since they're trying to eat those prisoners, it seems. What do you do?
What's
you
in
would all
there?
hear this crazy barking
Uh-oh.
and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna throw my meat puppet in the back corner right there.
Oh.
Okay. So you throw that over there. No need to roll for that. It lands with a wet thud into that corner, and they all snap their heads over towards it to see what that sound was, and they start sniffing in the air immediately, smelling the fresh blood, and they all run to the corner.
Ooh.
So they're all over there snarling and snapping at each other, fighting over this the carcass.
All
You can see
right.
that there's a door to your west by those prisoners, and then there's a door to the north.
Right. I'm gonna run to the west.
Okay. Okay. Are these people alive?
Yes, they are cowering in the against the wall right now, and just basically trying to protect their heads because they look like they're all bloodied up from being hit against the wall.
Do they look like they have anything particularly useful on them?
No, they're wearing rags, and they don't have any weapons.
You're all useless to me. Survival of the fittest.
They barely even seem to notice you as they're cowering.
Could we free
Concerned,
them?
do you
For what purpose?
Everyone should be free
Should
in
they?
the end.
I'm not ready for
Rosa,
it to end.
Dorpat, you do notice as you say that and you're looking at these prisoners that it looks like the shackles around their necks are not locked. They're latched, but they're not locked. Their prisoners' hands are bound in ways that they can't get to the latch.
We could free them so easily.
And then they turn on us.
I don't think they would be able to turn on us when we free them.
Desperate fools. I mean,
You
they'll do anything
stupid
to get out of
fucking
this.
idiots. The humans are the anchors for the dogs. You let the fucking humans loose, it lets the dogs loose. Let's keep fucking moving and walk through the goddamn door.
I'm gonna free them.
See, wait a minute.
What's
What
the
if
point?
What if the door to the north has something of value in it, though? You aren't thinking. What we gotta do is we gotta take the chains on each one of these blokes, pull it away from the wall so the dogs get all choked up against the wall over there. Then we tie the chain to the legs. Then all the extra chain is gone and we can walk straight into that door. Who's with me?
Okay, I'm gonna step up to one of the bodies. Get ready to pick them up.
Right-o, sounds like an idea.
I can't argue with that. That's the smartest thing you've ever said.
And then we free them.
With you all working together and your combined strength and the dog's not even paying attention as they're still fighting over that body, go ahead and tell me what you're doing here. I'll let you freely do it. Sound like you were pulling those chains all the way.
Right. So
And tying 'em up.
Yep, I'm going to pull the chain on this west wall as tight as I can, and then take all the extra chain and make an extra knot like around their ankles so that the chain is as taut as possible on both ends.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so with that, the dogs become chained against the wall here, and they're still snapping and snarling at each other even as they're being dragged back against the wall because they just want to eat something. So it looks like, for the moment anyways, the threat is negated as these dogs are unable to move anywhere away from that wall.
So what? Now we
Prisoners-
execute these dogs?
You can
What?
try.
I said, so what? Now we execute these dogs on this other side here?
If you want to give it a try, as long as you're not going to rustle the chains loose, I just figured we'd have a free way to the north.
Yeah,
Is
but if
this
these
dog
things are
actually
dead,
blocking this doorway right here?
You'd have to pass pretty close to them to go down that way, yeah.
this doesn't look like it'll last forever. So I think we should just gang up on these dogs and kill them while they're up against this wall.
I mean, okay. And
All right.
I'll stand back and actually shoot. Well, you have to do initiative, but I would be shooting the first one with a crossbow from
Yeah,
back
nice.
at a distance.
Bash
You
the
guys
middle
would
one.
you guys get a free turn if you want to
Oh, okay.
attack. And
Yeah,
make
I'll
it a
attack.
DR8 to hit them because they're so distracted and chained against the wall.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you kidding? The fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do an omen on that one. I'll
Okay.
re-roll that for sure. Oh, I didn't do the 8 on that one, but that's god damn it.
At least it doesn't break.
Yeah, that's true. At least it doesn't break. And then low on this one again. Nope, lost my omens.
Last omen. All right. Anyone else swinging?
Nice.
All right. Looks like Seldam, you're the only one that actually hits, and you don't land a particularly heavy blow.
They're
Damn,
chained to
what's
the wall.
How hard can it be, huh?
How hard can it be?
I think it's my blood sugar, honestly. I think I need to eat
Makes
more.
sense.
You start. We're actually in turn combat now, so
Okay.
you guys get this is your actual turn.
Okay, I
Oh,
did the
you
same
do.
thing. I just repeated my turn. So another Warhammer spike to the gut, maybe.
All right, yeah, that's a pretty solid blow there.
Oh,
Dwarpat, you already had one broken hammer, right?
I think that was the broken axe from Vaughn, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
you're
think
right,
it
you're
would
right.
matter.
You also have an omen. Like you have 3 omens.
Well, you have
Oh.
another Warhammer,
Yes,
so it's up to you.
I'm just gonna roll another. I'm gonna use an omen on that.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
That hits though, because remember I said it's a DR8 to hit these
Oh.
guys, because they're
Ah.
so distracted and chained, and so go ahead and roll your damage on that. Actually, I think it was a D6. Yeah. Okay. So you smash some bones there, but it's still alive for sure. Now they are all gonna bite back at you.
Wait, I didn't
Rosenstern.
attack yet this turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, that's a hit.
Palm
That's also a
slap.
hit. That's also a hit. Diaz 8.
Okay, so this one up here by you,
Please.
Seldam, it can't run, so it starts panicking and like scratching up against the wall and like trying to climb away, like breaking nails off, trying to climb the wall and stuff. Rosenstern. Yeah, you hit. So D4 damage. Same thing with that one. Oh, never mind. It stands firm. But it is very bloodied. So they attack back. Rosenstern, they actually both attack you. So go ahead and roll defense twice.
okay. I was muted. I think he has to make a DR10 check for a broken jaw or critical
yeah.
failure for a broken neck.
Ooh. All right. Has a broken jaw.
Dumbass. Uh-oh. Take 0
Zero
damage.
damage because your armor. Nice. All right, go ahead and roll that again. They both attack you.
Got you.
Nice. Good dodge. And then go ahead and it's your guys' turn now. See if you can finish off these dogs.
Crossbow. Nice.
Warhammer.
And then
Nice.
it's a D8.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, that finishes it off.
Yeah, just Warhammer spike, the top of the spike right to the neck. Just quick, clean. Nice.
All right, and then the other one dies as well. The one that is over here to the north by you, Seldam, it's still in the corner, just cowering, trying to get away from you, but it can't get anywhere at all. So it's essentially not a threat, but you can coup de grace if you want.
Break its chain and take it with us.
No, I can't.
No need to roll. You can.
Oh.
I'm saying you can just finish it off.
So it's trying to scramble up the wall. I get close with my swords and like a scissor. I get up behind its neck and just give it the old Dooku.
The old Dooku.
The old Dooku.
All right, all three are dead. What do you do?
Well, let's see what's this door.
All right.
I took a step.
There's a dark hallway in front of you. You can see that there's very little lighting in this long hallway, but what lighting there is coming through the slits in the wall, illuminating the floor, which is covered in dried blood.
Wait, did we free the prisoners?
So are we going to free them?
That's what. So I mean, why did we just kill these dogs? We gotta let these people go. I mean, I was against it at first, but now if we're gonna put the effort into it, might as well fulfill the obligation.
All right, let's free them. And before Lumney can get over there, I actually
Okay.
just take both warhammers and smash them together over their heads. Just the first one I walk up to, just fucking
Brutally
grapefruit,
murder.
Just
Oh my.
yes,
God.
Lumney, are you going to help free them?
Well, if you by free you mean brutally murder, then I can't really. I'm just kind of an observer in this plane. I go with the flow. I'm not committing crime.
Well, you see, it means free their spirit. It was metaphorical.
No,
Yeah.
I understand the metaphor,
Right.
but I don't agree
Right.
with it. Yeah.
Something tells me you don't. Anyway,
Something tells
Or
me
Pat,
you
do
don't.
you
Oh,
continue
okay.
your work of freeing
Yeah.
them?
Yes, I free the other two as well.
Okay.
Well, this was just fucked up. Why did we kill the dogs? I don't know. Are you gonna kill me?
Experience
You-
points.
you're the
Yeah.
one that insinuated we kill the fucking dogs. I said we chained them up to the wall. You're like, no, we gotta kill the fucking dogs. Now you're trying to gaslight us and just say, this is bullshit. Who
literally
is
have-
this guy?
I just watched you rip dog intestines out, bro. Like, what are you trying to tell me?
They
That
had it coming.
He's been doing this. This is his MO. Why do you not know this?
Seldom have I seen someone want to kill people then be upset when someone else killed them.
This guy doesn't understand the trolley problem. Anyway,
I don't know what to
What are
say
you guys doing?
anymore.
Seldom do you turn the trolley into the group, then break off the lever and kill the last one.
I guess we're making trolley jokes now.
Here, wait.
Now that we've walked in here, is it just dimly lit all the way down through here on
Yeah.
or can we perceive further?
Oh, we can actually move.
You can see all the way to the end of the hallway and faintly make out that it does turn to the north down there.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, I can't go. I can't lead ahead. I'm a bit
Okay,
frail.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay, so as you guys pass through there, give me an agility check.
I'm
Yeah,
agile
12.
as fuck.
Oh, God damn
well,
it.
somebody's not very agile.
Oh no.
I accidentally rolled
um,
a second time.
That's okay. All right, so let's see.
My first one was a
agility-
nat 20.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. All right, so as you guys begin going down this hallway, I imagine you're slowly walking cautiously, when suddenly a spear slides through a hole in the wall, and attempts to pierce you, Seldam, but you're able to very easily dodge out of the way of it, and instead it pierces into Jotna, doing 4 points of damage.
Oh.
Wait,
Rosenstern
Jotna?
and Dorpat, go ahead and roll a d4 to see how much damage you take as spears also hit you. And yeah, don't know if you have armor. Well, no, your armor got destroyed,
Nope.
right?
Yeah, I have no armor.
All right, so Rosenstern and Dorpat, you each take those amounts of damage.
So I should be dead. But if I can pass a DR14 presence check, my
wait a minute.
god will not let me die.
Okay. You can also use an omen to re-roll that agility test if you want to. If you prefer going that route.
I've got
Same with
faith,
you, Jotna, because you're going to die as well.
What is it?
but
What'd you say?
If you, or no, you ran out of omens, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I ran out of omens. I also had the stealthy thing, but it only reduces the DR. It doesn't help me in any way other than that.
You got a critical
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah, I was about to say that was
damage.
all no good either way, so it didn't matter to me.
I
Oh no.
will re-roll that presence check though.
Yeah.
Do I roll armor for that spear?
Yes, yeah. If you have armor, roll that. Dorpat, so that's your presence check for your god. Yeah, you can use an omen on that if you want to. Any reroll.
My armor negated the damage.
Okay, cool. So Rosenstern, that spear does not hurt you at all. Dorpat, why did the music stop? Dorpat, it looks like your presence check succeeds after using an omen. So tell me what happens there with that.
So the spear goes directly through my chest, and as it's pulled out, I slump over, fall to the ground, and then just not again, not again. He said it wouldn't happen again. As I stand up and just cough blood.
Yeah. And it says you recover with 1 hit point. So you're at 1 hit point. You can all continue to the end of the hallway though, assuming you're not slowing down here to investigate anything while the spears are trying to hit you.
Wait, what
You
happened?
actually hear, hey guys, and then before anything else enters, you just hear this loud thud as the spear that went through Dorpat actually ends up hitting me like right square in the chest, and I just flop flat. And the spear itself actually just raises like a flag almost.
So, oh no. On that, so he's dead. I'm assuming he's dead. I'm gonna blow my flute reflexively. I'm gonna fart. I fart when I'm anxious, so I'm gonna fart, and I'm gonna hopefully, and I mean, I just deal fatal damage to a nearby enemy, random enemy. So,
Well,
Okay, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Yeah. Once per combat. 4.
Okay. You can hear someone cry out in pain, and something hit the ground through one of these gaps.
That was for you, Jotna.
So,
yeah,
Preacher,
never mind, go ahead.
would you like to choose a new character, or just only play as that dog for now?
Or get the fuck out of the lobby.
I'll still play as the dog. I have another character picked already.
Okay.
Unless you want to let me, as a last ditch effort, eat the fairy or eat the pixie that I have.
I'll allow that. Yeah.
Oh, you could fall on it and the glass breaks.
It just falls into your mouth. Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's
like one of those like.
but,
I was like, I mean, there's no way I could have probably last second been like, and eat it, because I just took a spear. But like, if there's some way that it makes sense, I did have that. But I'm good with rolling another character. It doesn't matter. I've already picked another one. If you want to
spear
load it
breaks
into.
the jar, and as you're
I'll let you
dying, you
choose.
look down and
Yeah. No. So the spear breaks the jar because I had it around my neck, and it actually shoves the pixie into my
your
chest
body.
cavity,
Okay.
thus activating
Got
it. And I go,
Got it.
well, that was a fucking ride, eh?
Wow.
What keeps happening?
So did he
seldom
actually
have
still,
I seen 2 people die and immediately come back.
Yeah.
well, he still took fatal damage and then healed, right? So that guy's
Yes.
still dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Making
Yes,
sure.
you still killed your guys like a, and then I was like,
Yeah.
on top of that, and as an add one, I'm alive. Fuck you.
Oh. Well, I was just like, I in character, like I just, knowing how my flute works, I'm surprised it worked like that. The logic still incredible. Obviously, we're in combat right now, right? So I do flute and like have a full-on conversation, but
All right, you're all able to make it to the end of the hallway there. I should be able to move now.
oh, we're
That's
not in combat.
hilarious.
I thought we were fighting these people.
No, they're just poking him. They're the Pan Am loyalists that are watching the Hunger Games happen, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, if the audience can hear me, we should be rolling every time I roll that flute, man. I mean, we should be rolling like 100 dice. That's what we need to do. Get this announcer.
They all bought earmuffs the moment you came in.
Seldom have I heard that type of toot on a flute.
Hey,
Everyone roll a presence check DR 14.
yes. I will do it DR 12 though,
buddy.
because it's stealthy if you'll allow.
Wow.
Well, never mind. Doesn't matter. There you go.
Everyone that succeeded that knows that when you passed around the corner right there, this gap in the wall there looks bigger and different. It doesn't look so smoothly hewn out as the other ones. It looks very rough, like someone pulled away stones.
There might be a secret passage along the side here. Perhaps this might be the best way to go, the secret way.
Right after you.
Okay. Well, no, not after me. If the wind blows the wrong direction, I'll fall over. I'm too delicate.
Well, I didn't die just to come back for nothing, and I climb in there.
All right.
All right. It's a tight gap, but you can get in there. Will it let you move, or do I have to move you?
No, it's in contact with the wall. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you
And
the gap.
They move you guys out of the way, and then there you go. You're in.
Nice.
You're in.
Does my dog come with me? Or does he stay
You're-
outside?
Species.
He can go in there with you if you'd like. You can hear that in the darkness ahead, there's someone moving around.
Oh, like right here, directly in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to like sneakily just kind of like walk up and see if I can see what it is or who it is.
You can very faintly make out, like within 5 feet of you, the wall ends in a very, very dark corner, and you can barely faintly make out someone curled up over in the corner, probably hoping that you don't realize they're there.
I want to whisper and go, "Oi! I've got a spear and a dog. I have every ability to kill you here, but I will save you. Just come out and tell me who you are."
So someone steps out of the shadows there. It's a scraggly, old-looking man. Looks like he's been down here for a little while. Very dirty, wearing rags. Looks like he's partially starved, and he slowly creeps towards you. The only thing he's really wearing other than those rags is manacles around his wrists. And he says, "Please, my name's Leomold. I've been down here for so long. Please, if you'll help me get out, you can have these. They're magical amulets."
All right. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and depending on how you answer, is if I stab you in the fucking throat or not.
He
1.
Flinches away at that, but he's waiting for your response.
Where the fuck are we?
From what I gather, we're still in Schleswig, but some noble's basement. I am really not sure. There's been that announcer talking the whole time, and there was talk of a noble, someone. I don't know.
2. If I take the manacles off of you, what do you plan on doing?
Following you, assuming you're gonna lead me out of here.
What
Alright,
is
fuck.
your
And
favorite
I don't even ask
color?
him the 3rd question. Yeah. What is your favorite color?
Blue. No. Green.
Good, because if it was green, you would die, and then I would.
Implodes.
Yeah. I'm gonna let him loose. Yeah.
All right. Do you take his manacles as a gift as he follows you?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Are you wearing them?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. What?
Okay, just okay. Do you do this leading quest?
Hey, girlfriend, quit looking in the fucking creep hole. I'm in here with a creep hole.
Let me just take some notes real quick. All right,
Take some notes.
noted.
Girlfriend, don't be looking in here as I free this man. It's my man to free. Fuck off.
What do you mean you're man to free?
There
I'm
doesn't
creep hole in the
seem-
creep hole. Fuck off.
There doesn't seem to be anything else in there other than like the remains of some rodents. It looks like that he was eating and some fungus that he had foraged around here.
Okay. So as I crawl out, I tell everybody, this man's with us. We're leading him out. But
Why?
if he does any funny business, we're fucking killing him.
Well, why are we leading him out?
Because nobody asked you, dick breath. Walk.
Fine.
Also, he has mushrooms.
Oh, what kind of mushrooms?
I don't know. I was afraid to eat them.
Oh, can I
As
eat them?
As you say that, you can see him in there like shoving all of his remaining food in his face, trying to eat it all.
Okay, correction. He had mushrooms. They're all gone. And then I would let him like walk in front of me, I guess, in between everybody else.
I mean, I know how to induce vomiting.
It's true. Sometimes the mushrooms will do that themselves. All right. Yeah.
Ron Sunstern, whatever your fucking name is, can you open the door, please?
No, it's locked.
Okay. Can you use your dog fists and bite the lock?
It is now unlocked.
Oh.
Magically.
Oh.
My
not
manacles.
You see a very large room on the other side.
I thought it was locked. What happened?
I broke
As
the
you
lock.
step
Eat shit.
inside,
Okay. I don't think you did. I didn't see you do
The
anything.
dog's teeth were keys.
you see
Seldom
what
have I seen dogs' keys for teeth, okay?
you see what kind of seems to be an amphitheater of sorts, except it's
shit.
sealed in much more than
Oh,
a
shit,
typical
son.
amphitheater. All of the spectators seem to be on the other side of all of the holes all over the walls that you've seen similarly across the rest of this dungeon. And there are two large pillars here, basically, that are covered in spikes, and you can see that they're actually set up to rotate as well and spin in place. There's blood across the ground, bones all over the place, a lot of gore, and a large gate on the other side of the room.
Did the boss music start playing or something? Because did the orchestra, heavy orchestra, metal mix come in?
Not
That's the only
yet,
reason why
not yet.
old man manacles hanging out in the back.
A song with lyrics? Is it like Baldur's Gate?
Uh,
Are the lyrics in Latin?
does your dog stay back there?
No, he stays. He's going with me. Me and him are actually kind of stacked on each other, and it keeps doing that for some reason. I don't know why. But
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah,
it looks
we're good.
looks like we reached the gauntlet of sorts. I think we should prepare for some trouble.
Yes,
And make it
boss
double.
music starts.
And make it double. Yeah.
All right.
I would ask the old
Have
man
I
if he's ever
seen a
seen
less
this room before.
auspicious room?
All right, so the loudspeakers start rumbling again with the announcer's voice as he says, "Welcome, honored guests and prized players. We join you here in the amphitheater as we face our returning champion, Snout Face."
That face is a bitch.
He's a pussy.
He's a fucking
And that's
pussy.
when
Bet you ain't never met Dog Fist, motherfucker.
Hey, never met Dog Fist. We're on Dog Fist team.
This week's headliner, Snoutface
Quick-
versus
This is
Dog
the
Fist.
new world
Quickly
order.
upload Stink Fist into the music by Tool and fucking let's roll.
So the current champion of Death Galore steps out. He seems to have a fetish for blood sport, the way he's dressed. He's wears a black leather hog mask, and is just covered in black leather, blood, and gore.
Oh.
And you can see his black eyes staring at you
See the gimp?
through this.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like a
pretty
gimp.
much. Yeah.
The blood fetish.
But
gimp.
he's got a rather large mace and a tower shield
Ooh,
that he's sporting.
rather large.
Both also, yes, rather large.
Does he have Does he have a huge
A rather large
ah,
snout face.
All right, so let's
Wrong.
go ahead and get into initiative here. Clear the turn tracker, and enemies begin.
Fuck.
I'll let you kind of position yourselves in that general corner there if you want to change at all how you're set up, but Snoutface gets to go first.
He's not undead, is he?
He's not.
better. I mean, how did you know?
So
Because I
Snoutface
didn't get to go first.
Oh, okay.
comes rushing forward and sees Rosenstern as the biggest guy. So he's just going right there, try and take out the biggest opponent first. So Rosenstern, go ahead and roll your defense.
Uh-oh.
Nice. You dodge out of the way. His moves seem to be pretty predictable and easy to read at first anyway, so you slide out of the way of that big mace swinging at you. And now it's your guys' turn to try and do some damage to him, or whatever you want to do.
You sick fuck.
I would still have the talisman that is my feet, right? I know we don't have items, but in my feats I have trapped undead.
Yes. Yeah, you can do that. Use that one.
Okay. Yeah. Whenever it's my turn, I
Okay.
want to break that and release
Maybe
the wraith upon him.
Maybe a trinket that around your neck or something, you had under your clothes and they didn't know what it was. They left it with you.
I just did an attack as well.
Lumni. Yeah, nice hit. All right. So his armor, he has metal patched armor. It looks like it's pretty intricately made. Now that you're close up swinging at him, and it blocks 4 points of that damage.
Wow. I'm moving rather gracefully. I'm swaying in this wind and I'm flowing the class and I'm trying to play into the audience a little bit as well.
All right.
Trying to
You're
provoke
starting to hear
reaction.
you're hearing some cheers and commotion coming from the audience.
They love me.
I break my talisman and release a wraith.
Whoa. Fuck.
Bad ass.
Jesus Christ. Is it going to turn on us?
We'll
Does it
find
have
out.
stats or anything there for it?
I break my talisman.
Yeah, I summoned a ball rock.
I had a trapped wraith and it helps me for the fight. Is
Yeah, I
all it
summoned a
says.
Discord.
For a single
Helps
fight.
you for the fight. Okay.
Let me see if it's in the compendium actually.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I
Nice.
feel like being a wraith, his attacks
Ooh.
go straight through armor and murder.
I think it should age him with every attack. Make him older.
steals his
I want to see what he does to nutsacks.
I want to see the wraith does to my nutsack. You know what I'm saying?
sacrifice your nuts to the wraith.
Yeah.
Their touch drains strength, presence, and agility by 1 for the duration of the fight.
Oh
Don't touch my nutsack.
no! I don't want my. I will die.
Oops,
I recant
didn't
my
mean to do that.
previous statement about.
Disregard
Wraith
that.
is
So
very
yeah,
good.
that wraith is there now. If you would like to use him to attack, just roll a d20.
Nice.
That hits. His damage is a touch d4 plus special. So roll a d4.
sicko mode.
I'm gonna say that his armor does not protect against this, so that's
Probably
3 damage to him. Plus, I think he just automatically takes those. Yeah, just automatically drains strength, presence, and agility during the fight. That means he's gonna start taking penalties on his attacks and defense and all that sort of stuff.
Nice. That's a big move.
Yeah. All right.
Seldom
so,
have
who
I
else?
called upon
Damn.
the undead to fight my battles.
The crowd goes wild. Who's up next?
I bet. That
Uh,
was fucking huge.
I'm gonna launch a crossbow at him. Crossbow attack since I'm so far back.
Okay.
That might have been. Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Ooh, good hit.
Nice.
Okay.
Booped his snoot.
I like how we like spend 6 turns fighting dogs and it's like nothing.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
stomping this
destroying
dude's
this
ass.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. So, dang. All right. So he's hurting really bad. That arrow goes, or that bolt rather, goes right between his armor plates. Basically, it does a pretty solid hit on him. Who else is Rosenstern? You haven't gone yet either, have you?
Oh, I'll go ahead and
Yeah,
rope for the
right.
dog too, by the way.
Did your dog go? Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing on that one.
The Dorpat and Rosenstern, you haven't gone yet.
I'm gonna crank his hog.
Hell yeah.
Breaking balls and cranking hogs.
That's right.
Shit.
Damn.
All right, tell me what happens to him.
That's
Well-
amazing.
Well, you see, basically, I grab his dick and I twist it.
And for the first time all game, you actually hear my dog back here go, "Twist that dick."
So Snoutface looks down at you, just completely shocked, surprised. No one's ever done something like this to him for an attack.
Cue the Latin music.
And he, you, as you grab hold, that's what happened, and then the twist comes, and
Oh,
yeah, and he does kind. So he starts letting out this scream of pain that turns into this wild, like hog-sounding squeal that just keeps going louder and louder and louder until his voice cracks, and then blood starts, coming out from under the mask that must be draining from his mouth from that scream, and then he just falls over, dead.
How the fuck does it take us 5 turns to kill one dog?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
like a
saying.
kid.
the same
so
way you
as-
pull a knife out of your pocket and you're like, oh yeah.
So
Fucking
he
kill the
drops
guy.
down, and that audience noise, all the cheering and clapping you were hearing, everything just goes silent in here, just from that unexpected turn of events. And then the crowd just starts going crazy, like even louder than before, just ringing across this stone amphitheater that you're in, going wild for the death of Snoutface.
Well,
The announcer.
I'm gonna call this one Kevin Bacon.
I hold up his arm while he's doing
Now
that.
wait, what
So
is the
he's
puppet here?
got it.
Because I may have thought of that wrong. The entire
pig
man? Oh, okay.
no, it's his hog. It's his dick.
I was worried
That's
you
what
were,
I was thinking.
shaking a hot dog.
It's his real trunk. Yeah.
It's the friends we made along the way, and this giant dick.
So
Who are these fuckers?
as that happens, Snoutface dying, the cheers going, the crowd going crazy. The door that Snoutface ran in, 2 more fighters run in, and you can hear them like angrily talking to each other about how this isn't supposed to happen, and they seem to be more like official guards than actual fighters, but they're in here protecting that door. It looks like they're staring you down. And then the announcer comes over and says, "We have new champions! The fighting must go on!" What do you
It's
all
like
do?
we're not out of the woods yet.
The Wraith attacks.
Rosenstern?
Yeah.
Right. My gods are
Oh,
talking to me.
Which one?
I'm gonna
shove the cock down
Top
his
one.
throat.
Yeah, and I'm gonna shit as loud as I possibly can as well to blow this.
He said it also.
You
I
accidentally
be
lose the
shit.
flute.
On top
How
of the
many-
wraith, I be shit.
How many enemies?
Oh.
Roll a d2, and we'll say 1 is the top, 2 is the bottom here.
Someone else rolled it.
All right, so he dies. So I'm assuming the wraith goes to attack the other one as that guy dies.
Yep, he gets a double attack.
He well, you already rolled for him. He missed, but I'm just saying he. At the same time that he's going in to attack, the flute, the brown note is played, and that other guy dies.
The brown note is played.
Oh, I was confused there.
Sorry. Yeah. I took advantage of the death.
So who else? Who's up?
I just look over and go, huh, and I shoot a crossbow bolt at that other bottom one. Just like a, huh? What about that now?
Hi. Boy.
No,
Miss. The
only
bolt
have like
splinters
4
against
more
the
of
wall.
those.
A little wide there, bud.
Whoa.
Seldam, you haven't actually gone yourself. Do you want to go?
Wow.
Shit.
Oh.
Shit.
My God.
Okay. Yeah, he's done. Tell me what happens to him.
Wow. What the
Um,
hell?
So he goes sprinting across the room, and this guy sees the wraith coming at him, and even though it missed, he's like, "What the fuck?" I run through the wraith because I'm gonna assume he's spectral. I shove
yeah.
both of my short swords into his chest and then rip him out, and it just he falls over a mess of gore.
Oh.
Nice. He dies. With no immediate other threat or no one to fight, the wraith begins to dissipate. And
Wow.
we return
Nep-
to suspenseful music.
Seldom have I been more thankful of a spirit.
The audience all around you is still cheering. They're not going quite as wild now, but they're still cheering you on, wanting more blood, more violence. The door to the east stands open. It was a rather large gate, like a portcullis, basically, that had pulled up and is open now. The door
gonna
behind
yell.
you is shut. Go ahead.
I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna say, we want the announcer's blood.
Wow. Please do not kill the announcer. I am innocent in all of this. You hear that coming over to the speaker.
We should kill the announcer's blood. We should drink the announcer's blood. We need more blood.
You hear the audience cheering, blood, blood.
Blood. Bring him to me. Bring him to us.
I thought this guy hated killing.
I didn't say I hated killing. Listen, I'm trying to get out of here.
I mean,
It seems
I'm all for it.
it seems that this announcer is a prick. I'm trying to get the audience on our side. We got to rile them up. Like it's like a wrestling match.
Bring the announcer.
Vince McMahon ain't shit. All right, he's too afraid to come out here. He can't come out here. I kick my ass. I'll kick his ass. I did stupid little son's ass too.
There doesn't seem to be any other opponents or anyone approaching from those gates.
Damn. Wow. Well,
But that seems to be the only exit currently that you see.
let's do it.
So on the other side here, go ahead and pause it for just a moment. You see
Oh, there he is.
a table there. There's a shelf here with hammers, nails, and it looks like a bunch of sedatives laying all over it. And you also see what you're assuming is the announcer cowering behind the table, begging loudly from a megaphone sewn into his mouth. Please, please do not kill me. I'm forced to do this.
This is just my part-time job until I wait for the mine to open.
On the weekends,
There's a door to your north, south, along with a hallway to the south, and it looks like there is a very large padded metal door to the east. What do you do?
What do you want to do with him?
Are there weapons on the table? For those that broke weapons already?
That's a good question. Go ahead and roll a d8. And someone else also roll a d8.
Oh, we never looted Pigman. Though I guess Turg looted him.
That's true.
Took his
did you
famous
say-
jewels.
He's still laying back there.
I was about to say, I'm still right here, so I can technically loot him.
Okay, so laying on that table along with the hammers and nails, wrong book. There is a pair of automatic crossbows and a pair of
hell yeah.
Zweihanders.
Oh,
Pair of spy-handers.
his
That's
hands
like
are awesome.
four-handers.
I can't. You guys take whatever you guys. I can't. My strength is. I'm not gonna be able to lift anything. Or gain spots.
Oh, sorry.
That just be annoying. I'm gonna go over to the announcer. I'm gonna give him a kick. I'm just gonna just kick him, see how he responds. I'm
He
not
doesn't
gonna
resist. He just backs away from you into the corner.
I'm gonna loot Snoutface.
Okay. So on Snoutface, he has his metal patched armor looks like it's built very specific to him, so you're not going to be able to wear it. But he has a large mace and tower shield. However, your hands are all mangled up, and so you can't really
I was about to say.
use it. But roll a D66 to see if he's got anything else interesting on him.
Strap the tower shield to your back.
Sure. 23.
He rolled a 23. That's funny. You see a bag that is identical to the one that who opened up that Seldan
I
opened
did.
up earlier with the venomous moths that had flown out of it.
It's the moth bag prophecy.
I pick it up and then I walk over here and I go, Seldom. One seldom finds the same bag twice, and I toss it to him.
Seldom have I thanked a man for a bag full of moths.
What if you open the bag into the announcer's horn?
I toss the bag to Doorpat there.
So I'm gonna take the bag and open it up across the like the
megaphone.
the megaphone that is over the announcer's mouth.
All right. He says, "Please, no, wait. What are you doing?" And he starts just coughing violently. And he backs away from that bag, and you see some of the moths flutter off. Some of them seem to be trapped down inside of the megaphone. His face starts turning purplish blue. And he drops to the ground, and you can see that the area around the megaphone is already starting to rot away. And he is definitely dead.
Nice. I spit on him.
I want to open this door right here, and then I want to send my dog in.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I take the sedatives from the
And
table?
I will be standing in the doorway too.
Yeah. Roll a d4, that's how many doses there are of sedatives. Your dog slowly creeps in and sees around the corner a couple of Schleswig nobles that seem to be watching the fight, just standing there looking, with curiosity at the dog that's approaching them. Not necessarily scared, though.
Okay. I step in with the dog.
Okay. You would see the same thing, those nobles standing there.
Okay. Are they looking
kinda
at me?
Yeah, they kind of start to back up a little bit and creep away. but they're just watching just to see what you're about to do. They look
Do it.
excited, but scared.
I want to.
They're roused.
I want
Yes,
to.
exactly.
I want to shoot this first one in the leg with my crossbow.
Okay. Alright. You do 1 damage to him. There. The crossbow bolt sticks into his leg. This first noble here, staining his fancy clothes. And he starts, he immediately just starts backing up and limping away from you. Looking much
And I'm
more
like-
scared than excited now. The other one over here also starts to back up a bit. And you can barely make out at the end of the hallway. It looks like there's other people back there. What's everyone else doing?
Yeah.
While you decide.
I'm
Oh,
following
boy.
close behind.
I'm gonna peek into the store without entering.
It
I'm
is
following
locked,
main groups.
and it seems very secured. Anything else you guys are doing? We're just all heading
I
up
would
north?
just keep. Yeah, I would kind of start walking, and I would.
Following behind, yeah.
Is he limping or is he just kind of?
Yeah, he's just limping away from you, scared. Seldam,
Okay.
down there, you can see to the west, there are a number of nobles standing in that hallway ahead of you with a similar demeanor. They're just kind of watching you to see what you're gonna do. They are holding spears, and there is one right here that is dead.
Are they able to get the spears aimed at me, or are they stuck in the wall because of how they were using them?
They are just basically standing there like this, clutching their spears against them, like kind of waiting to see what you're about to do, just watching you.
I go back to the group.
Okay. Jotna, it looks like you're kind
yeah.
of
I pipe up. I say,
Go
"What?
leader.
What you walking for? Come back here." As I stand to like right here.
So you walk around the corner there, and you can see that this is a rather nice-looking room compared to everything else. As far as the decorations and things in here, it looks like they're trying to make it look a little more lavish. There's some red curtains on the walls, and sitting on a very large palanquin right there is the Grand Duchess Rotunda, who is King Fathmau the Ninth's niece. She's gluttonous, greedy, and despotic. You all recognize her as a rather notable noble. She holds a drinking horn, a silver drinking horn in one hand, and a silver cat o' nine tails in the other hand. A very large key hangs from her belt.
What a
But
putrid,
she's
disgusting pile
laying,
of shit.
yeah, she's just basically looks like a giant, pile of shit, like you said. Sits on a
God, the
palanquin's chair because she is unable to walk due to advanced gout, which is also very well known by
God.
everyone. Her palanquin is carried by the 4 servants that you see there around her, and there are a few other nobles that seem to be here, watching the festivities. She sees you walk up and says, She's like finishing off some of her drink and food. Congratulations! You're the new champions of Death Galore. Maybe one of you can be an announcer for us too. We need a new one now. What do you say? Would you like to continue fighting for our entertainment? We can bring in riches and food for you. And the whole time she's slurping at her silver cup, and there's just like this rich wine spilling down her front.
I want
Yo,
to
you
activate
single?
the manacles. What do they do?
They actually make it so that your weapons in your hands feel better balanced. You feel like you can strike truer with them.
Okay.
So what do you all do? How do you respond? And she's addressing you all at this point.
Milady, your beauty is beyond any any other. Your divine aura and scent is charming and elating and fills my fancy. I wish to please you sexually.
You're a rather tasty-looking morsel.
I'd like to squeeze between your flaps.
Oh God. Do you move up closer so that you can say all of that because you're like back there in the hallway?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
He's like, no, I'm saying it from the comfort of back.
Yeah,
Rounding it from
hiding
the
behind her.
hallway.
Yeah.
I need you to see me. Yeah, it's a part of
Please, milady, use me as a Q-tip.
Yes, we will fit you with the finest cage fighter here. And as for the rest of you,
She says she's like not able to move.
yeah, she's just on this palanquin chair, unable to move.
Please, milady, let me start now. I'm so eager. Can I start?
Picture.
Can I start by your neck? Flaps, I'm really attracted to your neck.
Yeah, she starts lifting him up. What were you doing, Sal?
Well, literally, I was about to say go shove a blade in her throat, but since someone else has her neck occupied.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at with my whole seducing scheme here, is to get under her skin and hit a vulnerable area really sharp and hard.
Lumni, roll a presence check
Okay.
with an additional bonus on that.
Oh.
So oh, well, holy shit. Okay.
Shit.
Fuck yeah.
She accidentally tears her own throat off.
Yeah. Yeah. She rips her own throat and allows him to crawl inside.
Yeah, you're able to get close. She even she kind of gives a signal for her nobles and everyone to step aside and make room for you to approach her.
Oh, mommy.
So I'll let you, Lumni, you take the floor. You got it with your 21 presence roll.
Got you, Vam. So I dance on up to her, delicately. I wrap myself in my cloth and I start to squeeze down on her flesh, and it squishes and feels
A lot of
just
hard
so
lumps in it, too.
clammy. Ooh, a lot of just deposits in there somewhere, and I'm squishing and writhing on myself up there, sounding like a awkward slip and slide. And I finally get up to her neck region, and just the smell of the food that she must have been eating just fills the general area around her face. And I slide into her neck rolls, and I start to give her a little bit of a tingle, with my fingers wiggling against her sweaty neck. And I pull out I had the warhammer actually attached to my hand.
This bloody, you're getting blood all over her and stuff. She doesn't seem to care.
And I'm starting to feel where her pulse is. I'm starting to just get an idea of where her pulsing. And I see her big old jugular vein trying its absolute fucking hardest, and I give it a nice poke and try to just.
All right, go ahead and make an attack. We'll make it a DR8. So it's pretty easy.
She excretes mayonnaise.
I'm going to use my omen.
Okay.
My last one.
You missed that mountain of a person.
Yeah.
Been feeling
Didn't
around.
penetrate the armor.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Her head pops off like a pimple.
Yes.
Great.
Don't ruin Jim
Jeez.
Henson's last puppet.
Oh god.
Okay. So you were able to land a massive blow right on her neck, basically, but all of the food and debris all over her royal garments that she's wearing kind of tripped you up a bit. So that works as armor essentially, and you're it doesn't do as much damage as it would otherwise. But tell me what happens as far as like the damage that you do, and you're able to successfully like slide back down off of her and get into a ready stance for the combat that's gonna ensue here.
Sure. So I stab and I don't quite get the jugular as much as I wanted, but I'm able to stab and I jump down, tearing a little bit extra bit of her neck off before jumping off. It doesn't cause that bleed out that I was hoping for, but it looked like it did significant damage.
All right.
And I use her as a slip and slide back down to get a little better position, hopefully.
And now we roll for initiative. Player characters begin.
Is she undead?
Hey.
She is
She
not.
As he slides down, I immediately shoot this one in the face with a crossbow.
I was gonna ask,
Okay.
do they take a position to fight us?
Yes. Yeah. The since you asked, roll a presence check. Okay. The palanquin chair bearers don't look too into it, but they are standing like they might fight.
We're not really into it, but
Yeah.
I mean, like the nobles too. Are they gonna? They're
Yes.
fighting us. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So who's up first? Jotna, you shot your arrow there. So that guy there takes 3 damage, and immediately starts cowering, and drops the little knife that he had. Just cowers against the wall. Who's up next?
And I would actually holler over to the other, like the ones that were holding the palanquin, and I would be like, "Help us, and you can have all the meat you want."
Presence check for me.
Let's see. I get to reduce that to DR10 for stealthy. I don't know. I mean, it just says all. Does that still count?
Yeah, I'm gonna count it.
Okay. Bitch.
Okay. Well, the DR was gonna be 8 on that one. It was pretty easy
Oh.
to convince those guys to turn on her.
Okay.
The one up here kind of looks like he's a more senior one, like he's got his shit together a little bit more, like the other ones are looking to him for a response, and he just gives you a nod like that, like a confirming nod that they're all gonna join you here in rebellion.
Nice.
So who's up next?
But don't everybody jump at once.
All right, move out of my way. It's my time to shine.
Uh-oh.
Something big's gonna happen.
Nice.
Yeah, he's standing behind you. He's waiting on you to go.
Oh, yeah, something big is gonna happen. Something big is gonna happen.
Dorpet, your hammer is broken. I think that was your last hammer, right?
Yes, I just have 6.
Perfect music cue as well.
All right, Seldam, Rosenstern, and Jotna, I don't think your dog went yet either.
Yeah, I couldn't push him up. He was gonna just attack that one that I've been hitting this whole time anyway, so.
Okay.
Did you count mine as the start of the turn? Or as its own turn?
That was a surprise attack.
Okay.
That was
yeah,
a
you get a
crit,
turn too.
so
Oh, you got a crit.
4.
Dog got a crit.
Okay. So yeah, that guy is. Tell me what happens though.
So I shoot him with the crossbow. Like I aim to shoot him in the head, and he sees it kind of coming, and he ducks down, and he kind of like, because of his limp leg, he actually falls to one knee. And as he falls to one knee, that one arrow actually hits the top of his head and grazes across his skull. Doesn't actually go into his skull, it grazes across the top. It splits a big gash. And as he falls to one knee, the dog runs up, jumps off the knee, grabs that exposed bit of flesh, and backflips across him, peeling the whole rest of his top of his skull off.
Gross. I love it.
Nice.
All right, who's up next?
Oh, I
Snap, snap,
immediately,
snap. Oh, go
I
ahead.
just immediately shit my brains out.
Yeah, I got IBS. I be shit.
Roll a d4.
Before.
All right. This one over here, the same thing happens to him. Suddenly he just looks like this, like he's really confused, starts grabbing towards his head, and then a flap of skin just peels off in the same way to him, and he dies.
I think that was fake.
Roz,
That was
sir.
an open hand slap.
So you run up to that guy over there. Roll. What was it? That one needs a DR10 test, I think. Let me see. Toughness DR10 or broken jaw critical. Yeah, okay. And he got a. Did not break his jaw, but hurt him pretty bad. You definitely knocked out quite a few teeth, and looks like he's probably going to try and run from you. Nobles don't really tend to stay and fight, stand their ground. Lumni, you took your turn, so now, yeah, Seldam.
I attack Jabba.
Okay. Nice. Alright, 2 damage. Okay. Your short sword's going to penetrate very deep into the layers of subcutaneous fat, but
Hide.
Dude.
The hide.
yeah, the hide, yeah. Do a little bit of damage though. So
Yeah, I had just started stabbing into it.
so now on the enemy's turn, Grand Duchess Rotunda takes her cat o' nine tails and whips a nearby noble. And this actually causes them to run towards you, Seldam. And let's see if it lands. It does. It lands an attack on you. Not a lot of damage, though. Here.
I don't defend roll.
That is not right. 1DD. Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, go ahead and do your defense roll. Yeah.
No, she
I
did
forgot
one
for a
double D of
second.
damage. That tracks.
Yeah.
Swing it at me.
All right. Gotta check one thing here real quick. Oh, I forgot to put the special on there. Okay. Okay, I see. So the whip that attack she used basically gives +1 damage to that guy's attack. But your armor still soaks up that damage, so no worries there. But the other one back here also runs up to try and attack you, so roll a defense again on that.
That's why I didn't want to run up.
Alright, oh, okay. Damn, nice. Yeah, your armor's defending you completely there. So they run up with these small knives and start slashing at you, trying to get at, bite your vitals, but nothing seems to get through.
You're just tink, 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 stabbing at the armor.
Yeah, pretty much. And then before anything else can happen, these palanquin bearers jump on the nearby nobles and start just beating the shit out of them, just bare-fisted. So they just beat them down completely. And Rotunda is now sitting there shocked, just looking around, unsure about what's happening. We're effectively out of combat as those guys are just like beating those nobles, and just it looks like they're taking out just years and years of frustration and revenge on these guys. So what do you do? What do you all do now?
Keep stabbing at her gut.
I look around and wonder where the fuck the old man's at.
That's a good question. He's actually been just trailing behind you the whole time, just around the
That's what I
nearest
figured.
corner, basically. Yeah, let me move him over there. So you jump up and continue stabbing at her. Then, let me go ahead and.
The only reason I ask about the old man is because I've played Shiver with you, and I know what you do in the fucking background whenever people are
Yeah, in the
fucking with shit.
background.
Yeah,
No,
fuck
you glance back just to check, and you can see him back there, like peeking around that door that you came in, just watching you guys, trying to stay safe. Go ahead, and everyone, it is your turn. So if you're making an attack against her, go ahead and make your attack.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're just kind of like, don't turn this orgy into a murder, you know? Like,
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's enough damage now.
nope. I'm getting mine.
Go.
Fuck you.
All right, so you all get up there and probably get a foothold on her palanquin or something, or just standing right on her as you're all stabbing away until she ceases to move. She's laying there now, mouth agape, food and wine just dripping out of it, her open maw, and her silver cat o' nine tails and silver fancy-looking goblet both fall to the floor at the same time on either side of her. And like I said, there's also that key on her belt. What do you guys do?
Someone grab that big shiny key. I can't touch it.
I'm
My
grabbing.
fingers are too big and mangled.
Fuck am I supposed to do? I got 1.5 crossbows and a spear in my hand.
Just
I
got
got-
broken sticks in mine.
I have a key.
Sounds like you can hold a key.
Seldom have I wondered if you could hold that cat o' nine tails.
Who?
Door pet. I say it to door pet.
I guess we could try something. Can someone just try to get these nails out of my hands? Did any of us even try to remove them?
What if that was a solution all along?
Just take them off.
Well,
Yeah,
Dorpet,
there's-
as you're looking at them, you see because your warhammers got so smashed up and mangled that you think that you could probably, with some help and some time, you could manage to get those warhammer broken handles out of the nails, and slowly pry some of those nails off with your hand.
Looks like I need a big,
choose.
strong man. A strong man. If only we had a big, strong man.
He just tears your fingers off.
You're talking on mute, Rosenstern.
Okay, I'm gonna stick my big finger right on the end of the nail and just kind of push it all the way through.
It works. Full insertion and all the way out the other end.
Through and
Wonderful choice of words.
Dorpet, your hands are mangled, but barely usable right now.
Welcome to the club. Club hand, that is.
Oh no.
What
Looks
do you do?
painful.
It is really starting to stink in this room.
So I holler for the old man, and I'm gonna ask him if he knows what to do with that key.
Oh, I think that's probably the entrance key. The big door over there.
Well then, let's get out of here.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Gonna
So grab the
cradle
key.
up in my mangled hands.
Okay. As you grab that key, you notice that there's something underneath her. She's sitting on something that's not like pillows or anything. It looks like there's maybe a leather sack or something.
Oh, tell me she's got a flute too.
No, that doesn't make any
there's
sense.
another
One of
another
the
sack for Rosenstern.
Oh, shit, it's a bassoon.
One of the one palanquin chair bearer right there that you had kind of gave that offer to Jotna stops beating that noble over there. Finally, stands up and looks at you and says, "And that's where she keeps all her gold, or all of her silver, whatever the hell she's got under there. Oi, all of you help me!" And they all, in unison, shoulder into her, tip her off the palanquin chair, and there is, in fact, a large leather sack laying there that was underneath her.
Should have had to go to waste.
One of them opens it up as it's sitting there, and you can see that there is, in fact, a bunch of silver inside.
Well,
Would one of you like to roll for exactly how much is in there?
yes.
Go ahead. Whoever wants to. D4. 2D4, sorry. 400 silver pieces at least, you're sure, are in this bag. Along with that silver goblet and silver cat o' nine tails if you wanted to take those.
So I would probably like immediately divvy out, say 100, 150, and I would give it to the palanquin holders because they helped us. I would say, let's get out of here.
All right. And we can always talk about that later, because I'm assuming you guys are just going straight to that door, or are you exploring around a little more, or what are you doing?
Just get the hell out of here.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
I believe
I think
we'd be bobbing your uncle and getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
not wasting any more time.
So you reach that
Grab
door.
the cat o' nine and the chalice if no one else did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You reach that door, and the key fits in nice and snug. Turn the key, opens, and it leads up to a wine cellar. It looks like a wine cellar of a very nice house in Schleswig that you've come up into, and there's even some servants walking around. Everyone's kind of like eyeing you and stopping what they're doing and wondering who you are and why you're coming out of there, because you don't look like nobles. You don't look like you're supposed to be here. And that's where we're going to end. Flails Akimbo. You actually survived this time and made it out with some characters.
Flails Akimbo. Everyone survived.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not
Well,
almost.
everybody
Not
you
entirely
do.
true.
Everybody you knew did, yeah.
Everybody I
Yeah.
knew survived.
Yeah. All right, so that was it. That was a longer session just to finish the one shot, and I kind of like this
Nice.
scenario. It's almost like a character generator, meat grinder. See who comes out surviving, and then I'd like to keep playing more Mork Borg. There's a lot of scenarios that I haven't run for it still, so if you can find the time, you guys are free to use these characters, and now they've got a little backstory of why they're together too. So we'll do our usual going down the line, and everyone say their piece about their characters, the game, whatever you like. So we'll start with Sherrod.
Oh, well, poor Vaughn. We won't speak about him. But I would definitely love to play a little more of this and kind of explore the description for Doorpad. It's going to lead to some great things, and I really want to play some more because, God, I fucking love Mork Borg.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been a little while since I've had you in a game, so it's nice to see you. And next
Happy
we'll
to
move
be
to Hades.
That was a fun game. I didn't entirely know where that was going from the start, but having been in it before, when Jared said to jump in the pit, I wondered for a moment if that was actually the trick to getting out. What would you have done if we'd have jumped in? I'd have been trapped and had to re-roll, or
No, there was another way that you went. So since you completely left the area, I'll let you know it would have gone back up through the area where you put those bees into. There was a path back that way.
okay.
But there were more nobles there. You never opened the door going south. So I was waiting for you to go back around through one of those entryways and run into the killer bees.
But yeah, the map was really cool. That helped make it really immersive and always a fun time. Like, I'm glad I survived the whole time, but I couldn't have been mad if I'd have died. So I took some risks, and they mostly panned out.
Right.
So I had a good time.
So, and speaking of the map was made it was a collaboration between myself and Dionysus. He helped me kind of beautify it and fill it up with some of the furniture in it, and the blood stains and that sort of stuff. So thank you to him. He always does an awesome job with our maps. So moving on to Turg.
Well, kudos to you and Dion. Everything looked great.
Thank you.
The scenario is fun. I think it's got great replayability because it's just, an arena style fighter basically.
Yeah.
So in like 2 of the areas at least. So had a great time. The new class was fun, Slapping Bastard. That was both funny and had great utility. Loved using that. Can't wait to play some more Mork Borg. Good to be back on TTA.
Yeah, good to have you all back. So next we'll move on to Preacher.
Yeah. The map killer. Scenario is always fun. You are the guy to run this. Anytime there's a Sev playing a Mork Borg game, yeah, I'm there for sure. Always a fun time. It's been great to actually be in session with some of these guys again. There's 4 of us in here that last time we played was the Descent into Avernus campaign. That was like 2 years ago. So
yeah,
it was good to see some. That's why we named it Friends Akimbo, because it was like a reunion for some of us, and we're always glad to have Turg and Tabletop Tony and Sherrod back with us. Overall, loved it, enjoyed it. This is tabletop role playing at its finest, and I don't know. It's just anytime I get a chance to play Mork Borg, I'm there because I'm like Sherrod. It and Cthulhu are probably my 2 favorites to play. And absolutely had a great time. Thanks for running it for sure.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to have you guys. Tabletop Tony, our late joiner. What do you have to say?
Late joiner. Oh. Well, I mean, echoing everyone else's, sentiments about it being a great production overall. The maps was great, the sound was great. I mean, I was with it as far as the technical elements. It's Mork Borg. It's awesome. I mean, it's hard to the narrative part of it is the part of it that gets me as far as the gore elements and the cruelty and the aggression and the darkness. And you definitely play that really well. So. If I was typecasting you, this would be your typecast. Those kind of edginess, in a good way. But no, I'm happy to be playing. It was fun. I missed this, so miss you guys.
Yeah, me too. Missed all you guys. Glad to be playing this again. We'll have to schedule some more soon.
Also, I forgot to add in. The dog's name is now Black Tongue. It survived.
Okay. All right. Cool.
What about Turg's Fists? Do they have names?
Yeah. Do you get to name Turg's Fists?
Yeah, if you choose to, you can.
Yeah, Kermit, Miss Piggy.
Kermit, Miss Piggy.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we also just got a new follower there at the end. Thank you to Nugget8280. I don't think they said anything the whole time, but thank you. Also had a few other new people chatting in there, some fans of Sherrod, as I said before. So thank you all for being participants in the chat, watching the stream, and also thank you for Judge Wolf and all the just bonus dice and stuff we got earlier. So fun time. Next stream we have coming up, I think we're running a tanks stream. On the 27th.
I think that's the 27th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a week from now.
May or may not be there. I have a Moonstone tournament that day, so I don't know exactly how long that's going to run for, but I think we have quite a few others that are going to be showing up for sure, so stop in for that. That's been a really fun scenario. A lot of interesting choices that we have to try and make there as we push the front over in Germany. Or no, we're in France right now.
France,
yeah.
Adouville.
All right. So,
and day after that, I think, is our next mech game as well, the 28th.
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me of that. BattleTech on the 28th. That's been a lot of fun. Really loving that as well. So yeah, stop by for those and pay attention to our schedule for the next Mork Borg game that we're going to schedule, because like I said, definitely want to run more of this. So yeah, I don't have any cool sign off for Mork Borg. I don't remember that I really ever had one. So just leave you with good night. Turd.
Morky next board.
Morky next board. There you go.
Morky next board.
Morky next board. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Puppy punch.